Okay, sorry. But yeah,
No, you know who would know is Uday's been listening in. Can we do something where he would probably eavesdrop or something? They were pretty quiet in some areas, but I would imagine he's wandering
Hold
around the
on.
bar, just kind of
Yeah, sure,
eavesdropping.
sure. Yeah, go ahead, Uday. Tell us your recap.
Some strange fuckers came around. Or first, I should explain what he looks like to at least you folk. Right now, in the back of this bar, a apple is being invisibly lifted and eaten, taken bites out of, and being put back down as this darkly robed figure with like obsidian black eyes, but like perfectly albino skin and silver hair is just invisibly waiting in the shadows right now. Upon further inspection, he appears to be kind of generic in his appearance, very straightforward, but except for his pink bunny slippers on his feet. And he's been eavesdropping, looking around. These individuals have been coming in and out, talking about something about a murder going on. And he's looking for work, but he's like very suspicious of everybody around him. He's worried about getting taken advantage of, so he's trying to observe without being seen. So currently, there's been a bunch of murders going on. He's been looking for work, and he's just been hanging out.
All right, Uday, that is a very good introduction. Go ahead and take your DM inspiration for Uday. You may
Sure.
stack them.
so,
Now, rolled.
yeah. So
You gotta remember something, at least a little bit.
So yeah, so what I remember is that we met the Lucky Charms guy, but from the sound of it, the group actually no, Ron wouldn't know that. So yeah, he talked with the Lucky Charms person. He lost some of his Lucky Charms, so he would look at during his investigation, he would go look for them, and we went on the carriage after the two people finished fighting, and we came to terms with them, and we came to this tavern after one of the party members finally found their son, and we talked with the people who were investigating or just kind of know what's going on around here, and the Belmonts have pretty much been killed, which has left quite a bit of a gap in the society on this island, and they need
Yes.
and the murderer must be found, or murderers if there's multiple. And there's also
Right.
a lot of other monsters, most likely undead, roaming around the island now that need to be taken care of, which Ron is wanting to investigate, but he also wants to help against the more immediate threat of the undead, or any gaps that have been now left open. So he might be interested in the ranger exams.
All right. So that is pretty much where you were left off, and since the rest of your party kind of went and talked to Leonine without you, and then they left, you will be in that space where the other the other five had left, but you were more curious about what the fuck was going on down here and why these people are all upset in the south corner here.
Yeah.
So, the scene is set. There are three bards. They are arguing, and one of them is crying. What do you do?
So let's see. Yeah, Ron is curious about about what is going. So he's gonna come over and ask, excuse me, did something happen? I mean, did something bad happen to you three?
Lenora kind of looks over to you. Oh, well, yes. Unfortunately, our lead singer was murdered a few months ago. And we do not have a replacement at this time.
Was
Ozzy wants to sing, but he is kind of shite at doing it.
not up to doing that?
No, he's just shite at it. And
Yeah.
Ozzy kind of folds his arms and says, "Oh, I'm not shit at it. I've got a wonderful voice. You don't fucking see."
Can you show me then?
Well, yeah, of course. Am I not brave enough? Is my heart too broken? Do I cry too much? Am I too outspoken? Does that make you laugh? Should I try it harder? See? I'm fucking great!
Got
He's not great.
drink a bit more water, and then you'll have more of a rougher tone, just like back home.
I promise this is as rough as it gets right now.
Oh. Well, good luck.
Alright, well the people that you met are Lenora and Ozzy.
Okay, let's see.
Lenore!
I'm gonna just type into the investigation journal if y'all don't mind.
Yeah, man, that's for you guys.
Yeah. Uday just watching very quietly. Who just entered?
Who's
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Where?
You know you're gonna listen? Oh yeah, he is at work.
Okay, Lenore and Ozzy. Alright. And
Right now, new only character's in the corner, invisibly just stalking and eavesdropping, and he's been there the whole time. No one's been able to see him.
let's- okay. I mean, well, my character wouldn't have any reason to suspect there's an invisible person. But, I guess my character has a passive perception of 18.
That is pretty fucking good.
So,
However, since you're not really, looking about. Let's see here. Oh no, Uday is just fucking chilling over there, so,
yeah. But, yeah, so Ron wouldn't notice them. He has no reason to be looking for an invisible person.
Yeah, no one knows he's there, really.
Okay.
We'll be straight up. Nobody knows who this guy is.
Okay. So, what? So why are you crying? Talk to.
Oh, to the other bar, her name is Astrid.
Can I do something while they're doing that?
You may.
So this bartender right over here, I want to make it so that something over here distracts her while I'm invisible. Like I'll knock something down subtly, and she'll have to pick it up. That way I can get through her to the side. Because it seems like there's a lot of commotion over there.
She'll come over and be like,
I'll spill like some
"What in the
glass
fuck
or
is
whatever.
this shit? These motherfuckers, I swear, these goddamn ghosts in this goddamn tavern."
And I'll listen in on these people.
Alright, well, Elvira is fed up with this motherfucker, so she is coming over, and she is going to violently shove Ozzy. You might have to endure a bard battle.
A bar fight?
Yes, there may. Oof.
Oh no, a bar fight with Uday!
A bar fight!
No, Elvira, no! Is she starting this fight or is she trying
Yes,
to...
Elvira is starting to fight as she shoves this dude against the wall, and he is going to take an entire d6 of damage. Oh wait, no, I have it. Don't I? Ah, I didn't add her unarmed strike. Oh,
She's
fuck it.
being a ranger thing.
Well, she's not a ranger.
I know, but I don't know that.
As she
Dude,
shoves this
what?
dude against the wall, and she's like, "Shut the fuck up!"
Cool.
He does not retaliate though.
He's like,
So you are seeing the beginning of a bar fight. What do you do?
It's like, hey, that's not really something to push someone over.
That's right! My voice is amazing! I'll sing something else! Hold on. As he begins to clear his throat, and she readies another strike.
It's like, if she actually does commit to attacking him, then Ron is gonna retaliate back by pushing her into the table.
Into the table?
Yeah. So pretty much.
What do I do? What do I have on my person? It really kind of broke. He's a broke ass motherfucker.
So pretty much he's ready to push if she does go through with the attack.
Connemara slowly lifts her hand. Hey, don't do that. That would be violent, and we do not condone violence here.
Yeah, come on, let's calm. Now.
I got an idea. I wanna take my bedroll out of my backpack because it's invisible. It's on my person. I wanna muffle my voice. I'm gonna be like, "Oh, who's fighting over there?" To stop fighting from looking at a specific direction.
Alright, hold on, let me see.
Do I have to make a deception check or something?
Yes.
Or performance
give me
check? I don't know what to
deception.
do.
Give me a deception check.
So,
Pretty bad at those, homie.
so,
15.
so, would that mean I would naturally know that they're right there? Since
You don't know. I'm invisible. I just made a sound, and you don't even know who's doing this.
But like,
You can tell that no one else made no one like turned, and no one else's mouth opened. So it appears very unlikely that she did it, which would be the direction where that sound came from. So you're pretty sure she didn't say anything.
Yeah,
and you know for a fact that Tara has a god-awful voice.
let's see.
So you know she didn't do it.
Hey.
I'm not,
So
I'm not good at resolving conflict.
So Ron's like, hey, who said that?
Elvira will be like, ugh, fine. And then she'll fucking walk back over here. And she'll be like, I'm gonna go to the fucking ranger barracks because you guys suck. And then she's gonna bounce.
Let's see. Ron wants to find out where that voice came from.
I hide instinctively.
So
I hide under a table.
it's like, alright, so what do I got roll?
I don't know. Do I roll stealth or something? What do I roll?
Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to roll stealth.
So
I have advantage because I'm invincible.
Yeah, advantage.
21.
Oh wow, okay, 21. And then I'll tell you what, Ron, go ahead and give me an investigation.
yeah, can I cast guidance on myself?
You actually can do that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's legal.
It is actually.
Let's see. So investigate. So
But I roll a d4. See if you can find me.
Uh-oh.
If you roll, yep, you don't find me.
No, you don't find him, but you do hear Ozzy over there still singing. I'm not pretty enough. And then Astrid's like, this time, please, you're fucking awful.
Ron's like, I
I
know that wasn't anyone that I could see here. They must have left already.
They must have left already.
But like Ron
currently cowering with his bunny slippers.
But like Ron like goes back to talking with them, but he's gonna remain on guard if he hears anything out of the ordinary again. So I guess high alert or whatever it be. So he goes back to asking the woman, so what's your story? So are you actually trying to make it incomprehensible?
Yes, she is absolutely incomprehensible and inconsolable. Well, I don't know, you could try to console her. Roll consoling.
What the hell is a consoling roll?
It's a I don't know, maybe it's a
animal handling,
check.
fuck it. I'm just kidding.
Maybe it's a charisma check or something.
Yeah, charisma, yeah.
Okay.
If you
So
want
it'll
to try
be
and console
10
it.
plus what?
I have a -1 in charisma. Okay.
But you had a 14.
Oh god. You could try. Hey! There you go. Look at you, rolling a 16 as you're like, there.
there, there.
There.
She feels consoled. Oh, I'm sorry. We lost our lead singer, and they're fighting over who to sing now. But we don't have anyone that good.
Is there, like, is this a desperate need to get a singer because there's a deadline?
Yo, we got a show to put on at the carnival.
I. Well, I can't help with with the singing part, but perhaps I can help with trying to find out who murdered your singer.
I didn't tell you they were murdered, but I do understand that you are investigating Belmont's death, and that does happen to be our singer, so it's okay. But, yes. Do you have any leads?
It's like, well, that's what I'm here for, to figure out leads. So far I know that the Belmont's been killed. That's about it. I gotta start somewhere.
No, you're not really good at this, are you?
I just got here, Missy. Do you want help or not?
We're just really finding these things and you're yelling at me.
Can I want to do something. Let me see.
Ron face palms.
Is it possible for me to find, while I've been here, for the time I've been, to find something like paper I can write on real quick?
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. There's scraps of paper and...
I'm gonna write a message, because I'm clearly hearing this bitch crying about something. I'll say, I'll go up behind Rawls and slip a note on top of the table, like, "Oh, the wind picked up a note!" And it says, "Ask for money."
What?
Passive perception fucking 18. Go ahead, give me a fucking sleight of hand and try and beat an 18. Otherwise, this dude's totally gonna fucking see this.
22,
God,
bitch.
oh my
God. Never mind. The wind blew it there.
It's
Like a ninja.
Ask for money?
We don't have any money. We're artists.
I was reading this note that somehow got put in front of me.
What a weird and specific note.
I know. What was the last thing you remember your lead singer doing before they disappeared?
Well, you see, they're... Alright, how can I explain this? So the Belmonts, they aren't really allowed to, date or anything until one of them becomes the head of the household. And then only the head of the household can, continue the line of Belmonts. So she had a boyfriend that was, Rudy Helsing. You might know him more as Van Helsing. And, he broke up with her, and she got really upset, and then she started making wonderful music, and then she joined the band, and we had a great band, and she got weird.
So he broke up with her, and then she made the band, which I'm assuming is you three.
Yeah, we were a band, and now we have Ivy, and he's being a dick.
But you don't remember what she was last doing? Like, the last thing she did before you realized she might have just disappeared?
Well, so it was time for their big selection of who was going to become the head of the household. So they each had to go and do some monster hunting exploits, and Tabitha really sucks at that. Like, she's not very strong. So she made a pact with a a celestial, I believe, and she became a warlock. And then she went to go fight monsters, but she's not very good at it. And then she came home, and she didn't really have a big story to tell, but she's really good at singing, so she just joined back up with us. But then 3 months ago, she went home to meet all the other Belmonts, and then her house burned down!
Alright. Can I insight check this person real quick?
Yes, please.
I have advantage because I'm a pallet elf, so it's going to be interesting when I roll.
That's
23.
Alright, you can tell that she is being honest, but she's definitely painting a very good picture of Tabitha.
That she was a good person, or that she was sad, bad at monster hunting?
That she's sad and bad at monster hunting, but she's leaving out a lot of the nefarious bits about how shitty Tabitha was as well.
Let's see, and
Hmm.
and yeah, oh yeah. So Ron would of course ask for the name of the lead singer.
It was Tabitha, right?
Oh, that was Tabitha. Tabitha was the lead singer.
Or the Belmont. So, outside the game, there's the 3 families. Malicorn, there's the Belmonts, the Helsings, and the...
Oh yeah, I know about that, but like I'm
Yeah.
just asking all this in character.
Oh yeah. It should be in your investigation journal that there are 3 families: the
Yeah.
Belmonts, the Helsings,
Yeah.
and the Constantines.
Yeah. So she disappeared. Wait, so you presume that she's been murdered when her house burned down, and she was nowhere to be found.
Well, there was a funeral and everything. The coroner got all the bodies, all 7 bodies, because Simon's body was found, Dolores's body, Cecil, Cecilia, Tabitha, and the fucking Logan, I think was his name, and Seamus.
So, did you actually see the bodies?
Well, they were burned up, but yes. So Simon, Dolores, the mother and father, and then Logan, Seamus, fucking Cecil, Cecilia, and Tabitha. There you go. I forgot the coroner's name, but he was a dark and brooding man.
Okay.
Did you, dark and brooding man, was this a coroner that you often saw? Or was this someone who mostly kept to themselves?
He's been the coroner on the island for a really long time. I think he's an elf of some kind. But he also digs their graves. And the Belmont family gravesite is near their estate. I've never been there, but I know that Tabitha used to go there a lot because she was very, moody.
Okay. Do you know of anyone that perhaps didn't like Tabitha in particular?
I know that Jonathan Constantine was very jealous of her because he wanted to be with her. But, that's probably very frowned upon because, the Constantines make deals with devils and the Belmonts, they just killed them.
Oh, the Belmonts killed Jonathan.
Well, no, not kill Jonathan, but, they just killed devils and fiends and abyssals and anything that doesn't belong in this world.
Let's see. Is there like anything strange you remember, like hearing about or encountering on the days leading up to the house burning down?
say that, like, I saw anything so much as, yes. So we played a game. And she suddenly becomes very, very sinister as she looks over to you and goes, we played a game. It was called Light as a Feather, Stiff as a Board.
Tell me about this game.
It's a game where you invoke higher powers, and sometimes they give you a premonition of how you're gonna die.
So are you saying that you played this game in as well as
I
the
played this
band?
game, yes. We all did. Lenora, Ozzy, me, and Tabitha.
You think well, that would mean that Tabitha probably saw her dying to the house fire.
They told us that she didn't see anything.
Didn't see anything.
Yeah. I mean, she could have been lying. I don't know.
I want to look around for a minute.
You think? Well,
Sorry.
the bodies were burnt, so you couldn't see if that was the Belmonts. You think perhaps like Tabitha is actually alive, but just can't
That
come?
would be stupid.
Hmm.
Why would she want to be away from us?
Well,
That would be a terrible prank. And I don't think all 7 of them would just decide that they want to leave this place because they all love this place.
well, perhaps it was involuntary.
Yeah, murder typically is involuntary. What are you searching for today?
Looking for a job. So I'm gonna try and find someone who looks like they're in charge.
Not Karen.
No, not Karen. But you can let me know if I find like a this is boss here job or someone who might be willing to hire some guy off the street.
Well, you definitely hear Leonine in this room, and he is arranging his investigative papers, and he's like, man, if only I had more people on the ground, more boots on the ground, to investigate what is going on.
I'll slip a note under there that says, two cool guys, need job, meet outside in front of tavern.
2 cool guys, need job. Alright, well,
And I put a note that has an asterisk underneath it. Well, maybe an asterisk of them that says this. Well, maybe one guy actually. I don't know. Okay, actually. Sorry for the inconvenience.
well, Dreamer picks up the note, and then she comes out and is like, hey Sarah! It's okay, you can show me who you are. I'm not a bitch.
I say, as she gets up, I say, no, and I run away. I run away from the outside. You see the door slam open and close out of nowhere.
Well, since you did run, would Ron actually?
Yes, Ron's gonna notice that Dreamer's gonna run away too. Where did you go? And then she's gonna come out.
Like Ron's like, it's like, what? Oh, it must be that man. Oh, thank you for your time. And then Ron's gonna run out, try to chase this mysterious sound.
Alright, well, as you chase the mysterious sound, you run into Dreamer again, and she's like, there was a note, and it said that there was someone out here.
Huh.
Wait, are you wanting to investigate?
Yes, but
Oh, cool!
but what did you encounter? Something mysterious coming by?
She shows you the note. 2 guys want to to help investigate, and then an asterisk that says, well, maybe one guy, actually.
And then sorry for the inconvenience.
I'm sorry for your inconvenience.
So,
Yeah.
well, I guess I don't know what this mysterious person is just doing for me, but I guess I'll just take any lead I can right now.
Eventually you guys meet up with her on the corner. And as soon as he knows it's okay, an apple drops out of his pocket, like out of thin air, out of invisible.
Here they are!
Yeah. And he'll go shh, and then he'll unveil himself.
What do you mean, shish? Don't shish me! I'm unshishable!
I didn't think someone like you would come out. Are you the boss of this place?
I'm one of the investigators on the case. So, yes.
Cool. Are you getting paid for it?
Yeah, a lot.
How much?
I'm getting 10,000?
That's a lot of money. That's more than I make in a fucking year.
Well,
I know, right?
well, I don't need the gold. I just want to help.
Alright, well, nice to meet you, sir. I'm Uday, and he sticks his hand out.
I'm Rond.
Alright, Rond. Who are you, ma'am?
I'm G.
Alright, Dree. Could
Dree.
you tell your boss that I'm very much interested? And also, I'm hungry and thirsty.
He closes her eyes for a moment, and then she opens them and goes, he knows!
Fantastic.
If you will follow me, we will give you food and drink.
Alright, cool.
And she goes back to the back room with Leonine.
Dope. I follow. Trying to keep himself inconspicuous. Even though no one
yes.
knows who he is.
Incredibly inconspicuous.
Yeah, no one would know. No one knows who he is, but I guess they would just notice a new guy.
And Leonine is like, welcome. So, tell me, have you guys found any leads so far?
Oh, I don't know who you are. I'm Uday Nightborn.
My bad, I apologize. I often forget that people do not know who I am. I am Leonine Faustus.
Cool. I saw some people leave from this room, and then also leave from this establishment. Did you also talk to those people?
Yes, they are going to assist with the investigation, but I still need more people. There is a lot of ground to cover. Let me show you my notes.
Alright. Is this kind of a first come, first serve, where the first person who solves it gets all the money, or...?
Well, I will be honest. The first person to solve it is going to get a lot of money, yes, but everyone involved is going to get something.
Okay. Okay, sounds good to me.
So, I don't know if you saw her out there, but there is a bar wench named Tara. She has a god-awful voice.
I was listening to her.
Yeah,
I think her voice is majestic.
She's shit. Wait, you like her voice?
When you've seen the shit I've seen, heard the shit I've seen, it's a constant relief.
I've only started my investigation. I've talked to great lengths with the band over there that just lost their singer.
Who gives a shit about the band that lost their singer?
One of them was the Belmont.
What? Really?
Yes, the lead singer was a Belmont.
Damn! That would have been a good place to start. Ha! Who knew? Well, it is a good thing that you are on board then.
Do you have any food?
Yes. He passes you a delicious steak, and he's got a lot of wine actually.
He eats the steak like big bites at a time.
I see. So, I'll drink after the conversation.
So I have not been to the Helsing estate, but I do know that Van, or Rudy, whichever they like to call him nowadays, he was murdered at the estate. Currently, his sister, Malice, is being held at the Ranger Barracks. So I was thinking about going over to the Ranger Barracks to kind of talk to her, see if she would be okay with taking me to her estate. But everyone keeps telling me that it is a very dangerous idea.
To go to the estate? Is there Or is there a curse left behind?
Not necessarily a curse so much as since the Helsings enslaved demons, as soon as he was killed, all of his contracts, all of his enslavements, are now kind of free to wander about. And I don't know if I want to get killed by 7 or 8 invisible stalkers.
Yes, that is very troublesome, and I can see why even some warriors might not want to go there.
It wasn't just an invisible stalkers so much as he had other dangerous things. Nothing quite as dangerous as his sister, but I also don't want to get wrapped up in whatever she's got under her belt, if you know what I mean.
What? Tell me a bit about this sister.
She is a dark, brooding girl. Her name is Malice, and like all Helsings, she has the ability to enslave demons. And I heard she's a bitch.
I might like her then.
Oh, you might.
He keeps chewing on the steak.
But I also don't know if you know this, but yesterday, a large carnival showed up, and the carnival is full of freaks.
What? Did the carnival show up before the incident?
Well, I feel like I've seen some of them around before the incident, but there is just too many coincidences for them to be coincidences, if you know what I mean.
Yes. The only way to find out if they are truly coincidence or not would be to talk to some of them and to see which one lies and which one's actually telling the truth.
Yes, but it is very difficult to do that because I don't have that many investigators. Currently, I just got back from the autopsy of Ichabod Crane. He was the previous investigator. And I'm looking for his journal because whatever he was working on is what got him killed. So I'm thinking that he was really close to uncovering the truth. But during his autopsy, his head was completely severed. They did not find the head. And the neck was seared, as if cauterized by hell's fire itself. Not a single drop of blood was at the crime scene. And it was so perfectly level. So whatever struck him in the neck had to be incredibly tall. Everyone keeps talking about a Dullahan, a headless rider, but I think that is utter nonsense.
Well, perhaps an encounter would shed some light on the truth, but I'm assuming that if Dullahan existed, one wouldn't want to encounter it.
Everyone that speaks about it in such heinous manners that it goes around and hunts for people's heads to claim as its own, and that you cannot kill it because it regenerates its health, and that it is riding on a nightmare. But nightmares are what happen when you fall asleep and have bad dream. I do not know what this nightmare means.
Yeah, so Ron kind of almost he tries to, Ron kind of gets a bit worried, but tries not to make a worried face when he hears about nightmares.
Do you suffer from nightmares?
You could say that.
I lived a nightmare.
I guess I definitely wouldn't want to encounter it if it could use my nightmares against me.
Well, we definitely do not want that to happen. But I'm beginning to think that perhaps this is all for show. I think that whoever the killer is just doing this to make it look like they are this mysterious, evil thing. I think that it is a person.
So,
The person.
so you think the same person would be our culprit to the Belmont murders?
Perhaps. Perhaps they have been hiding in plain sight the entire time.
Did you do it?
No, I just got here. What are you talking about?
Insight check.
Send it.
It's a 19.
Nah, he's being incredibly honest. He did just get here.
No, did he do it? Did he kill those guys?
No, he didn't do it.
Okay, cool.
Let's see.
You always have to ask that question immediately after.
So, if it, well, if it
I like your style.
I'm incredibly hungry and desperate.
if it doesn't have a head and collects heads, appears with night.
Yeah, they're like ghosts with like no heads or whatever.
If he
They don't usually write stuff, but
It would
this
have-
guy does.
it would have a hard time blending in without a head, unless it somehow kept up a hood and mask.
You know what? You do make a point. Unless it truly is a monster that just roams the night. But I do not know. I don't believe in monsters.
But from what I heard, the Belmonts had a tradition of hunting monsters on this island to select a head. How could there not be monsters? I mean, how could there
What?
not be monsters if they do that regularly?
Because they made it into... If someone tells you that a monster exists, or there was a sighting of a demon or a banshee or whatever, right? And then these mythical warriors, these brave men and women, they go out and they stay in the woods for a couple days, and then they come back and they say, "Oh, I have slain your beast," and then no one sees monster again. Then obvious, they are charlatan.
So, are you saying that they were scammers?
Yes, that is exactly what I say.
Did they not at least have a trophy of their kills?
I don't know, their house burned down.
So there's no proof that they could be scammers, but there isn't proof to prove otherwise either at the current moment. But what I gathered from the band, Tabitha had to go slay some monsters as per tradition of selecting the head, but she came back disappointed, saying that she hadn't got any story to tell, like she didn't find monster or didn't get the kill, and then she went back to singing with the band. So
Right.
if she was,
I think that she had a true talent.
a what?
She had true talent. Something more real than fake monster hunt.
So sounds like you're proposing a theory that she just didn't want to keep up the lie anymore and do something real.
Ah, yes, perhaps. And then that is why she got killed.
You saying the Belmonts killed her?
Perhaps, I do not know. We do not have Belmont around to ask.
Yeah. We don't have anyone that can talk to the dead.
Do you really think people can talk to dead?
I've heard it in passing.
Oh, I 100% know that that's true, bro. And he keeps eating steak.
Yeah.
You just gotta be
Well-
really good.
Yeah. It's like I am not a necromancer, so I cannot say personally about dealings with the dead, but I know how to fight the undead and what.
Is there a guy,
activities to do.
Mr. Leoni, is there a guy in town or a person in town that would know anything about the dead?
Well,
Ah.
here's the coroner.
Perhaps the
There are
coroner.
other people who know about dead things.
Well, I mean, there is a religious leader. His name is Father Murphy. If you
Alright.
wish to try him.
Alright, I'm keeping this steak. I'm gonna go find Father Murphy. He's in town, right? Or whatever?
Yeah, he is in honor field.
Okay.
I want to ask this question though. Have you ever heard the game called game called. Hold on, let me look at it. God. Okay, I just need to get this to my other screen. You ever heard of a game called Lies a Feather Stiff as a Board?
Ah, yes. I have heard of that game. It is game you play when kid. You ghost stories. You say, light as feather, stiff as board. One of you lays on ground. Everyone else places their hand under you. They say, light as feather, stiff as board, light as feather, stiff as board, 7 times, I believe. And then they lift you up. And you're supposed to be incredibly light. But you stay perfectly still, and then during that time you hold your breath, and you will see a vision of your death. And then when everyone lays you back down, you take a breath, and you wake up from the dream.
The band mentioned playing such a game, but like, they said that Tabitha didn't see anything.
Well, perhaps she is being super honest then. Maybe she no longer wanted to be Monster Hunt.
Yes.
All possibilities, none of which will get me my money faster.
See, and I also heard that Tabitha Belmont used to date Van Helsing, but he broke up with her.
Oh. Well, young love, you know how it be.
Is there what do you know about like the relationship and the breakup?
To be honest, I know nothing. I heard a rumor that she made some of her best music after the breakup. So that is when she became more famous.
Yeah, well, that does align with what I heard from the band. Is that after the breakup, she formed the band with those three.
Wait, you just made a very good point. Don't know if you realize. She became famous after the breakup. So, I will put this in my journal. Did Tabitha cause Van to kill the Belmonts through music?
Wait, Tabitha causes Van Helsing to kill the Belmonts through music. You saying like Van Helsing felt like he was owed something from her success?
Yes, from her success. Yes.
Do you happen to know where Van Helsing is?
Van Helsing is dead! He is in the coroner's office, I am sure.
He's dead?
Yes, he was killed last night.
Last
Unfortunate.
night?
Yes.
Can you tell me about the murder from what you heard or seen?
I just heard about it. I just got back from Ichabod Crane, his autopsy. And then I hear about Von dying. Ah, so sad. But I heard that it was a great cut through his heart. It was like a plunge pierce, as they say. There was no weapon recovered from the crime scene, and once Malice saw that he was dead, she immediately left. So the Helsing estate has not been touched, but it is currently roving with lots and lots of demons that are probably very mad.
Would they come over here once they knew that Helsings were gone?
Hopefully not. They will probably continue to look for the Helsings. Wait for them to return home.
So,
Okay, well, even if they like waited that long, would none of them just go out and try and kill somebody?
I mean, it is a possibility, but that is why we have the Rangers on patrol now. You can probably learn a lot more answer from Malice herself if you wish to go talk to her.
Is Malice a ranger?
No, she is not a ranger. She is a monster hunter. Well, a monster enslaver. Think of her like a Pokemon trainer.
Alright, so you want to go to, Round, you want to go to Malice, or you want to go to Father Murphy?
Actually, one more question I need to ask. So, I heard about a person named Jonathan who was apparently jealous of Tabitha because he wanted to be with her, but it was not to be. And the Belmonts turned him into a devil, and so he couldn't be around here anymore.
Oh, they didn't turn him into a devil. He might be a devil himself. The Constantines make deals with devils. And not just like your standard pact to become a warlock. They made nefarious deals with devils, almost like the monkey's paw. They would trade things, and then pitch other devils against each other. They were notorious for being, how do you say, celestial con artist.
So I'm assuming, since from this what you heard, that might be what prompts you to think everyone else might be a con artist. A whole circle of con artists of various fields.
Well, I just do not believe in stupid devils themselves.
Uday looks at his horns. Alright, buddy. Sure.
Well, right, I am a tiefling as well. I understand that tieflings exist, but monsters? Beings that just purely go around and attack people at random.
So
it seems too made up.
Well, even regular living creatures like us can go insane and do something like that. Or even an animal can go insane and just kill randomly because it doesn't know any better, or perhaps it just doesn't care.
Exactly, an animal I can see. Perhaps these are just animals. Why do you have to label them as monsters?
Something stronger than a normal animal.
Well, then it's just a strong animal. It doesn't mean that it is a monster.
What if it's like an abomination?
I can at least.
Well, they should call themselves abomination hunters, not monster hunters.
That's the same thing, though.
I can at least tell you the undead exist from personal experience.
People can animate lots of things. People can cause lots of things. I do not believe that a monster roams around here without something controlling it, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
If the first time you ever saw Dragon, you go, oh fuck, look at huge monster, right? But then you speak to Dragon very intelligent.
I am...
It's not monster.
I am a draconic ancestry myself.
So then you agree, no monster.
Yeah, I can say for sure that my people are not monsters.
There you go. My people are not monsters either. Though I do come from what some would call a devil.
Interesting. Is the Constantines the only ones that have made pacts? Are they the only ones who who've made anything?
I believe so. According to the text that I have, and he points to multiple volumes of history on Connemara, that is only thing I notice is Belmont very good, no packs, only kill, Helsing very bad, enslave, enslave, enslave. And Constantine, very neutral. They seem to deals.
Well, did the people at least get along with the Belmonts?
Everyone loved Belmonts.
Didn't seem well. Even if they were con artists, it seems like they at least made an effort to get along with everyone.
Yes, they were painfully good people, it seems. Beloved. Which makes me think con artists.
Yeah, too good to be
Silver
true.
tongue. Yes, too good to be true.
I want to know a little bit about the Connemara. So, like, from what I heard, they've been around for a while, and they might be elves, and they're the ones who dealt with all the burnt Belmont bodies.
Coroner, yes. He is Undertaker as well. He buried them in Belmont Grave. Very specific, near the estates.
Undertaker.
I've met with him multiple times. He's a strange man.
What was the name of the guy?
Oh fuck, what was his name? He told me just call him Undertaker.
What did he look like?
He had a very tall top hat. It seemed to be purple, and it obscured his eyes. He had a large, malevolent grin, and very large ears. I would definitely say that he is an elf. Pale skin, though. Probably doesn't get out much.
Yes. I think he might actually be a drow.
Pale skin is different from dark skin.
Wait. Okay, I might be remembering my elves or
Yeah,
similar race.
I'm a pallid elf, which is like albino skin but black eyes. A drow is a black skinned, and any other elf can be any kind of skin color, but some are white skin, some have darker skin.
Yes, the very cute but mean-looking elf out there, Elvira. She is a moon elf.
Okay.
Yes, I study elves in my spare time.
Okay. Bit weird, but okay.
Elves are cool, man. What can I say?
Elves are assholes.
Not all of them.
I wholeheartedly disagree with you at the moment.
Perhaps we are meeting different elves for different reasons.
Probably.
So you said to possibly meet with Father Murphy. What can you tell us about this person?
Murphy has a bit of a aura about him. He seems like he knows everything. He can calm your emotions, no matter how crazy you seem to be. Very strange man, but I don't think he's a man. His wealth of knowledge seems to transcend mortal abilities, if you know what I mean. His patience is infinite. And mortals, they are not known for infinite patience.
Yes. So, definitely sounds like an interesting character to speak to. see. Let me review my notes again. Yeah. Something I did notice that, like, Astrid, she was crying in the tavern for a bit, even while we were talking, but when she spoke about the game, her attitude completely shifted.
There are some people that believe in these games. Perhaps something spooked her.
Oh, this wasn't an attitude of her being spooked.
What was it?
It's like went to like very serious, or to be like almost too serious, and then she went back to her usual demeanor after she finished talking about the game.
Oh, very curious. Do you think maybe she should be added to suspect pile?
Definitely needs further investigation.
We will add her to suspect pile.
I will admit,
What?
though, I haven't talked as much to Ozzy or Lenora. All I know is that Ozzy's trying to sing, but no one's having it, and Lenora is acting a bit shy, trying to figure out what to do next.
That is because Lenora is weird. There is her token. We will add her to suspect pile. There you go.
Another thing. So, would you say like a good portion of the people on the island know magic, like dangerous magic?
I wouldn't say dangerous magic, but I would say most people here seem to be affluent with some form magic. Yes.
It's like, do you know, like, if a good amount of them know how to use fire?
I would definitely say that fire is one of the more preferred magics. I would agree.
Add on some fire.
Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to get at is, do we know if the fire cause was magical or just regular?
Might be
I
hard
see
to
what you
tell,
mean.
Drew.
When I went up to the Belmont Estates, I was able to... I have a bit of arson investigation under belt, so I can tell you for certain. The part of fire, definitely magical. But the amount of fire, someone just let it burn.
Well,
Were all the bodies of the Belmont there, or just the some of them?
Nope. All 7 bodies were there,
were they,
which is very curious.
when the bodies were found, were they like all assembled together in one area, or were they all like scattered throughout the estate?
Nope. All in one room together. Also very curious. Is it not?
Yes. So someone would have to have known they'd be in that one spot.
Is it a 2-floor or is it 3-floor? What's the house like?
It's actually a very large estate. I was kind of surprised. But con artists making lots of money? Yeah. Probably get big house. I think it was 3 stories.
3 stories. Where? Actually, no, we wouldn't know what floor they were on because the whole place was burnt down. But
They were found on the 1st floor.
They're on the 1st floor,
so,
but they weren't ranked. They were in one room.
well, of course they'd be found on the 1st floor. The whole place burned down.
Yeah, the whole
unless
place burned down.
Unless the floors were intact enough for it to be reasonably assumed they could be above floor.
What I can tell you is that there was debris on top of them, which suggests that they were on the 1st floor, and the other floors collapsed upon them.
Alright, so I guess let's just go with the assumption that they were in a room on the 1st floor then. They were all arranged there. Either they were all in the same room alive and the whole place started burning, or they were already killed and then the bodies were assembled to be burned there.
I do like the way that you were thinking. You were thinking like an investigator. Because I was thinking the same thing. Why would 7 people allow a house to burn down? 7 people should be more than capable of preventing such thing.
Or
I
escaping.
think that... Exactly. So I think that perhaps something was keeping them there, or maybe they were already dead.
Hmm. Perhaps.
Do you agree?
Yes. Actually, I think. Well, I did hear that like Tabitha went to the mansion that night and was obviously killed there, but like it was about the head selection. So whoever killed them would have to have known they'd be in that room about that.
Ah, you bring up interesting point. Yes. Head selection. Curious word. Head of estate, right? Head of estate.
Head of the family, because yeah, head of the family, and the head is the one who would be able to get married to continue the bloodline.
Is such strange practice.
So yeah,
Why would you have multiple kids then if they would end up fighting?
multiple kids means multiple chances to see who's actually going to be a strong offspring, I would say, because from their point of view, I would guess is that if they only had one, then and the chance that that one's not a good offspring, then they're screwed for the next generation. But if they have multiple, they have a better chance.
Is there a way of knowing who was killed first?
Ah, that is good idea. Perhaps you go speak with
Belmont, just Belmont, but Helsing's, and if the Constantines are still alive, or dead, or still alive, if they're there.
We were unable to locate the Constantines. They have very specific schedule. They show up on 7th of each month. But last month, they did not show up. 3 months ago, that is when the Belmont's house burned down. And then last night is when Van Helsing was killed.
So the Constantines are not accounted for. Van Helsing was killed. The Belmonts
It was
are all
3 months. So 3 months. This month or last month. So let me put a timeline together here.
Yeah, and feel free to type in the investigation journal if you want.
So it's 3 months. Belmonts went away. The last month. You said the 7th day of what?
The 7th day of every month, they come into town and they tell everyone 3 specific things. That everyone is going to be safe, that there is nothing actively attacking, and something else. I forgot what it was.
So,
to be honest, I think the Constantine's stupid.
So what day would you? What day of the month would you say it is right now in the D&D world?
Right now, it is the 21st.
Oh, so we're just going by real life date.
Yep.
Okay.
Did not arrive last week, or did not arrive on the 7th day of this month. Okay.
Yeah. So and the 7th of this month would be 2 weeks ago.
Right. So he's been MI for a little while.
I forget if our other characters are looking at their ranger quarters or if they're going off to somewhere.
By now they would be going off, but you guys can go to the ranger quarters.
Yeah.
Because they went to go find Dri, and they went to the. Don't worry, you can go wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
Alright, so
You
we
won't have any
have a small timeline.
conflictions. And there's like 27 different maps that I have, so there's a lot of places you can explore.
Yeah. So. Oh yeah. So the current scene I see on the list, covered bridge. Is that where the investigator was killed?
Yes, that is where Ichabod Crane was killed.
Killed on a bridge with a sear cut through the head. Might be Dollhead. Is there like any other like recorded instances of people like being rumored to have been killed by Galahad or killed in a similar manner?
I mean, you hear a lot of rumor. That is mainly my job to extinguish rumor and find fact.
I see.
So far, the body of Ichabod is the most consistent with what the Dullahan is able to do.
I think that's. Wait. Oh yeah, Tabitha made a deal with a Celestia to become a warlock so she could become strong enough to slay a monster, but of course that didn't work out for her.
Perhaps it's not in card.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Perhaps it is not in cards.
In her cards.
And Tabitha broke up with Van before she made the band or after she made the band moves or Alagorn.
Yeah,
It was
Tabitha.
after.
Yeah, the breakup happened, and then the band was formed.
The band was formed,
Yeah.
and then they went, and then she made her friend said the pact was made.
It was made. Yeah, so basically, breakup happened, then band was made, and then the task of monster slaying was given, just like the head of the family. So she had to stop.
You have to make the pact after the breakup.
Yeah. So when the head thing started, she had to leave band for a while, and then she made the pact to try to do monster slaying, but it didn't work out. Then she went
Right.
back to singing for the band.
So then we can imagine what kind of pact she could have made to be strong enough, and what circumstances that led her to that.
Yeah, Celestial
We would need more information on like the Constantines and how they did their pacts, and if she ever interfaced with them regularly.
It said they make deals with the devils, though. This is a celestial.
Like the con people, really. So, it could be that the Constantines con something that they shouldn't have conned, which in turn affect the Helsings and maybe Tabitha's pact.
You're saying
Um,
you're saying that they tried to make a pact outside of their comfort zone, and now everyone paid the consequence.
that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Oh, that is good clue. Perhaps I write that in journal as well.
I'll write that down as well, maybe. How about just, Jesus, a lot of notes, dude. Yeah, you can write that down, right? Are you writing all this shit down, Malicorn?
Yeah, and look at the
Yeah,
investigation.
you can write that down, saying potential theory that someone made a bad deal and that affected them, all of them in some way. How many Helsings were there?
Supposedly there were 5, but only 2 are accounted for.
Interesting.
And one of them is dead. I think I've covered just about everything. So I guess my final question would be like where people might be like, where could I find like the coroner or Father Murphy?
You can find Father Murphy at either church or Honor Field. You can find the coroner. He was at Honor Field last time I saw him. And you can find Malice at the Ranger Barrack. And I think that is pretty much everyone you asked about.
Yeah, I'm sorry, can you repeat the coroner thing?
The coroner, the last time I saw him was at Honor Field.
That's like right next to us.
Pretty much. It is the center of town.
Okay. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's everything. Also, sorry, Sig, but can you tell me what your character's name was again?
Uday. Let me spell it. Uday.
Okay.
Uday.
Uday.
Oops, that is not what I wanted. Fuck it, that'll work.
Okay, so we have this information right now.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
Alright, let's see if we can find Father.
So, alright, thank you for this exchange of notes.
Thank you for the food and the job.
Quite welcome, quite welcome. Thank you for being willing to work with me.
So, you mind if I take a wine?
Yes, please, take wine. Enjoy thyself.
Okay, just gonna take one wine.
It
I'm
is
just gonna-
delicious.
Hey Ron, by the end of this I split off. Don't come find me, I'll find you.
Fine with me.
Yeah.
Where are you going to investigate?
You know that thing I did in the bar where I was invisible?
You're gonna stick around the bar, see what you find?
Yeah, I'm gonna eavesdrop probably, but that's if I bail. That's probably what's gonna happen if I bail on you.
Okay. Well, I guess keep an eye on, like, the band for me.
Yeah, sure. Let's go talk to this Father dude.
Yeah.
Want to go to honor field? Do. Where's the little player tab? There it is.
So,
And honor field. Parade area, that's what I named it.
so let's see. I am kind of curious. So, when is a good time to, like, bring up my secondary character?
You can do it anytime you like, really.
Okay. So, I guess let me pick where Ron would be going, and then I'll do that. See. So,
Oh, you want to bring up your secondary character now?
like, well,
What?
after.
Are you gonna try and join the band?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Like, first I have to figure out what Ron's gonna be doing right now. Let's see.
Wait, so you want to go and talk to this Father guy, and you also want to be playing Ron, and you also want to be playing your secondary at the same time?
A lot.
Well, I really just want to do the band thing with the
Oh.
other character.
Oh, you want to try and join the band? Okay,
Yeah, like,
try and join the band.
Yeah, I just want to do that one thing with the other character. That's
Okay,
it.
meanwhile,
Meanwhile, we try and join the band. Okay,
So,
where's Tundo?
where's my token at?
yeah, so let's see. Ron would be,
Give me 1 second.
well,
Where did your token go? Ah, there it is.
I can't access it.
Actually,
I've got so
Yeah.
many fucking things. There you go.
so yeah, Ron.
Tundo.
Actually, yeah, we would want to just talk with Father Murphy first, since he seems a very interesting character from what we've heard,
And Father Murphy is up here.
and they are easy
Whee!
to find. Oh, okay. Then,
Oh, hold on. If I hit shift and I press it, there you go.
I guess we can just talk to Father Murphy first before I do that thing.
Yeah, you can talk to Father Murphy at any time.
Yeah.
You have to give me a second to get back into Michael Caine. Michael
Alright,
Caine.
you gonna try? You want to take a break or something, or?
No, I can jump back into Michael Caine's voice at any time. Really.
Okay.
Michael Caine.
Okay. Right, man. I saw Dragon Ball and an albino elf man come up to me and I said, "You're both stupid. Go away."
That's right. I do love the Michael Caine voice. Michael Caine. All right.
Okay. Oh, it's that guy. Oh, it's It's an anime.
It is, but it's the Undertaker as well.
Oh,
Okay.
so we got both the coroner and Father Murphy.
Yep, they are chilling together.
Then
Just having a beer.
all right, this is perfect time then.
Oh my god.
All right, let's gonna start heading over there. Hello there.
As you head over there, you do see this gentleman half in the bag, drinking a motherfucking wine. He is wearing a black robe with a white collar, and he does feel as if he has a nice warm aura around him, just like Leonine was saying. And as you get closer to the coroner, he just seems ultra fucking creepy.
So they're like polar opposites.
Pretty much, yes.
Well, they do say opposites attract.
Well, they're not shagging, but sure.
I don't mean like that, but okay.
Like, okay.
Hello. I thought you two. I presume you are Father Murphy and you are the coroner.
Father Murphy kind of bows and goes, "Oh, Road. Master Road. Nice to see you. Master Uday. Excellent to see you.
You don't know who I am. You haven't seen me. Have you seen me? I walked in here invisibly.
Oh,
I can see everything.
Oh shit. Did you see me take that apple over that stand over there?
Of course, but
Oh,
I do
shit.
not mind, because all of us need to be nourished."
I've been literally broke, bro. Please don't turn me in.
gonna see if he's
Why
like,
would that?
see if he's like, gonna check his inside him.
I'm gonna inside the other guy too. The Undertaker dude. I'm pretty good at that. Oh, never mind. That's not
Well,
Denise.
not today.
Well, not this guy. I'm too distracted by this dude's warm aura, and this guy just looks like me if I went down a different path.
So, as you incite the Father Murphy, you do realize that he does know your name. And you can pretty much surmise that he does see everything. Because, he's telling the truth. It almost feels as if he is incapable of lying.
Okay.
So, I would assume then you would know why I'm here.
All here to help understand what is happening in Connemara.
I do want to ask, if you perhaps know everything, then how come you haven't like told anyone who caused the fire?
I do not know everything. I merely see. All. I have true sight.
Oh.
Huh. So let me think of some questions to ask. Well, first off, where is your church at?
He kind of points pretty far away, but you do see a alabaster white church. And it doesn't have one single religious token. It just seems to have any and every religious token which has ever been put on it.
Wow, that's a lot of different like religion stuff you have on there. Some of those are like bumper stickers that say "I believe in anarchy," other ones say "I believe in peace." That's a lot of conflicting stuff right there, man.
Necessarily.
He has a fucking coexist medallion.
You have a coexist medallion, and wow, I'll be honest. What do you believe in?
It is not what I believe in. It is the fact that everything needs to be respected. Everything has a place, Master Uday.
Oh, okay.
So,
That being said, do you hold grudges?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
so
So Sorry, this is coming out very deliberate. I'm desperate need of money. I'm trying to get this thing done.
So, I get, and like just that way, I'm not just pretending they don't exist. So, yeah, and I'm gonna like try to talk to the coroner as well. What should I say? Like, so yeah, you're the coroner that has dealt with the bodies of the Belmonts, correct?
Yes.
Do you have a name?
Undertaker.
So, it still says Undertaker. Alright. Undertaker, did you, notice anything weird with the bodies when you inspected them?
Oh, is he still there?
I heard a sound from them.
I can't hear it if he's talking.
Burned to a crisp.
So still the same. So,
So-
still the same story. I guess perhaps burned beyond recognition.
Burned beyond recognition. Absolutely destroyed.
So those people might also not be the same people that the Belmonts are. If it's 5 people that have been burned, and there's 5 not present, found of the Helsings, maybe there's some way that they were in a different place at the wrong time.
See, so perhaps it would be hard to notice like any markings on the body, but perhaps if they were stabbed, it would still be noticeable at least.
I did not see any stabs. Unless, of course, they had been cauterized by the flames. Burned. Totally. Effectively.
Speaking of which, I heard about an investigator died recently with the cauterized like wound on the neck. The head was not found. Was there any murder cases that seem very much like that in the past?
Yes.
How far back does it go?
Very far.
Yeah, I'm gonna inside check this guy. Is this dude stupid, or is he just... What?
This man appears to be traumatized by the things that he's done.
Hey man, me too. Like, real shit, look at my eyes. I don't blink anymore. Literally, I do not blink anymore. I've been fucked up.
At least
I
you
have-
still have eyes.
I have Heart of Darkness feet, which makes people sympathize with me.
Oh wow, okay, yeah.
Yeah. If they stare into my eyes. There's like no
you have
gloss
a
to them.
pendant
Just-
stare?
Just matte. Kind of. It's like a matte. They don't have to act on it, but it's like matte black and voidless. Or completely full of void. Whatever it might be.
There is one problem.
So,
He can't look into your eyes.
oh,
He's
interesting.
blind, isn't he?
He's blind.
Oh,
Ah.
so
I'm sorry, that was insensitive of me. I've just been like on the road for a while, and like I've also just got done with this shitty job, and I have no idea how to interact with normal people.
so if you're,
The same is how I feel.
so if you're blind, that must mean you must have a very good sense of where things might be if I just only sense a touch or imagination.
I get a lot of what I feel. That is how I transcribe. And that is how I measure. And then that is how I perform.
Was there any instructions given to you by like these families that have died about how they were supposed to be buried?
The Belmonts all were buried in their own private graveyard. It is not far from their estate. I can show you where it is if you'd like. But you will not get much from the bodies. I'm sure they've already crumbled to dust by now.
Damn.
Well, is their private graveyard like very well guarded though, or?
Oh no, absolutely not. It's a graveyard.
Well, may not find anything from the bodies or ashes, but it's worth at least to see if no one's messed with it since.
Well, it's been like 3 months, right? And just recently the Helsings have been put down, right? So
Yes, that was last night.
Their graves have been made?
Not yet.
Okay. During that time, though, have you been back to the Belmont grave?
No, it's pretty far off.
Okay.
I guess.
Takes like 5 hours to get there.
I guess at some point we probably should take a look there to see if anyone has tried to mess with any of the remains.
Yeah, sure, maybe, but also, 2 guys going out 5 hours with a roving monster. Maybe we should take it slow before we start heading over to like a random area.
Yeah.
You could take a ranger with you. They like that sort of thing.
Well, I can talk with a ranger. I can certainly talk with a ranger. I'm one myself, so having extra help with people in my field would definitely be of use.
Would you like me to take you to their barracks?
Yes, but first I want to talk with Father Murphy a bit more.
Then I shall remain silent as you do so.
Thank you. Alright, so let's see, what else do we want to ask Father Murphy? Oh yeah, so do you remember where you were and what you were doing on the night that the Belmonts were killed?
Yes, I do.
Can you tell us about it?
Oh, I was in the church studying about Bahamut.
Muhammad?
Interesting.
The Platinum Dragon. And I was imagining what Bahamut would sound like whenever he spoke.
Okay, did anyone visit your church that day?
Meryl came by, but she isn't quite as patient as I am when it comes to studies. We spoke briefly, but she left. No one else came by.
Okay. Does anyone like routinely come and check up on you?
Oh, no. No one really worries about Father Murphy.
Okay.
So you're not worried about like anyone hurting you?
No, no one can hurt me.
Can I ask him, I guess do insight check to see how old this guy looks about to be? I could ask him, but I want to see, like, based on his appearance, how old he looks.
Yeah, go ahead, send me an investigation, just looking at him.
It's a 7. If it's
I mean,
investigation.
he looks like a regular old man. He doesn't look any different than probably 60 years old, but he looks like he's well taken care of. He doesn't have any sunspots on his skin. His hair is feathered and almost reminiscent of glowing. Or perhaps it's just the way that the sunlight catches it.
Okay, Father, it might be rude to ask this, but how old are you?
I do not know.
Whoa.
That makes it sound like you've been alive longer than you've counted.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
You put down the notes, Father Murphy's super mega old.
So how do you know? I mean, so why did you come to this island? Unless you were born here.
I believe that I was born here. I do not remember exactly how I came to be. All I remember is that there were 6 people around me, and they were very large. And then eventually, more people came. Fae, human, fiend, everyone alike. And I was able to talk to them and get them on common ground. And then 6 large hills formed around this very area from where we stand. And then the town slowly became built. And I have been here ever since its inception. I am the cornerstone of Connemara.
Oh,
Okay.
so that means you've seen a lot of people come and go, and perhaps not so pleasant leaving though. Like
Have been many murders, yes.
Yes.
Besides you, who's been here the longest?
Besides me, who has been here the longest? Tatasha. He has been here for about maybe 300, 400 years.
Holy
He
shit.
is a good leader. And then Lucky, that asshole, he still owes me money, as he points over to the leprechaun. I've known him for about 1,500 years.
Jesus.
Out of curiosity, do you know what happened to all of his charms?
He gets drunk and loses them regularly.
Oh, wow.
So I guess, and then whatever townsfolk just happens to help him is how he gets them back.
Yes, and then he gives them a wish.
Holy shit.
I'm assuming due to this, a lot of bad shenanigans have happened around here.
Not necessarily bad, so much as I think he likes to keep things interesting. However, these are dark times for Connemara. Sadly,
So,
this is the worst I think I've seen it.
So, Uday would know for sure that Fae are very fucky and kind of annoying at times.
Yeah, tricksters, yes.
Would I know if they were aware of what's the word when you do something and it affects something else, collateral damage? Would they be aware of collateral damage by something that they've made?
You would be aware of, let's say, if someone was very evil or chaotic and they were to get a hold of a wish, that they would cause trouble.
Okay.
And you do
So-
remember certain times when some people wished for an incredible power that they would be able to pass down to their children, such as the ability to enslave demons.
Thank you, Mr. DM. Wish grants
Get
enslavement.
back.
Alright, he just told me that because Uday, due to his nature and background, he would know that the wish given by Fae can be chaotic and granted to individuals, and those individuals could wish something like the ability to enslave devils and fiends and such.
Which would cause collateral damage down the road.
So, my understanding is that they kind of chaotic neutral. They throw shit out there and sees what happens.
Yeah, they like to tempt mortals with powers that are beyond comprehension. Like, if you wish for something, yeah, he'll fucking give it to you, and then watch you totally fuck it up.
Yeah. So, that could... he'll go to Ron, assuming he's heard this, and he's like, referring back to Tabitha and collateral damage, there could be something going on more with, like, these charms, other than Lucky just losing them. Someone might be trying to get Lucky to lose these things, bring them back, and get more wishes. It's a stretch, though, considering these things. Uday's not seen one.
They're fancy.
Yeah, they sound fancy.
Okay, so is there anyone in particular that seen trouble that would visit you?
Anyone that sees trouble comes to visit me. I am very good at calming people.
Did you have any regular visitors that had trouble?
I think I asked that, right?
What?
Let me rephrase that. Did you have anyone that regularly had trouble?
Not necessarily regularly had trouble, but many people come to the church for many different reasons.
So, okay, so how's with this? Not necessarily on the day of the Belmont murders, but in the coming weeks to that day, was there anyone that came to you that came to you?
In the coming days, yes, I do remember Tabitha herself came to the church asking about a celestial named Morrigan.
Oh shit.
And I was able to tell her that Morrigan is a deity of fate itself. Life, death, motherhood, pretty much anything that encompasses those things.
Would you say it's a very risk-heavy god to follow?
I would agree that fate is not something that you wish to change, because if you play with fate, you could play with the lives of lots of people at once.
Uday thinks that this is more and more connected with Tabitha each second.
So, I think, well, from what I heard from the band, it seems she actually did make a pact with a celestial. She might have actually gone through with making a pact with Morrigan.
It is possible. But Morrigan is a good deity. I do not believe that Morrigan would allow Tabitha to do harm.
To do harm to any creature?
Well, I mean, just because someone gives you power doesn't mean that that power comes with stipulation.
Because from what I heard, she did the pact to become a warlock so she could slay monsters, which was the test given to her by her family for the head selection, although she failed.
Well, it appears that they have all failed, doesn't it?
Yes. But yeah, but as you said, fate is not something that should be tempered with lightly, so perhaps she tried to mess with fate, and this was the consequence.
It could be so.
Do you know? Do you know who might
A
have?
Muffin Man? Yes, I do.
Wait, what did you just say, Cecil?
I interrupted you because you said, do you know? And then you kind of paused and I said, the Muffin Man? Yes, I do.
So, do you know of anyone that would be able to help one make a pact with a celestial?
Oh, that is quite easy. First, you must know the Celestial. You invoke their name, pray to them, and then, whenever you hear them, offer your deal. Do you wish to invoke a Celestial?
No, I don't have a need to do that right now. Unless I would... Actually, I don't want to have a pact, but I maybe ask for information from Morrigan. But something like that would come at a cost, obviously. And I don't have much to give right now, so that will have to be for later.
Anything like significant that he just told us about pact making? Anything like, oh, you need to kill 10 people, or oh, you need to do this shit?
You just need to know who you want to invoke. You find a quiet place, and then you speak their name until they listen to you.
And have a 13 in charisma.
What did you say?
Nothing.
So it's like,
No. What did you say, Ron?
like Ron's like, he hears a voice and like he kind of like, now he's just looking to see where it came from.
What?
Did you say something, though?
It's like, no, like Ron's like kind of just now he's just looking around to see where the whisper came from that he just heard.
Oh, okay. But you didn't, did you say it?
No, he didn't say it.
Okay, alright.
What do I gotta roll this right now?
Hey, you don't have to roll anything.
Okay, he doesn't find it.
I'm just letting you know that is what you heard.
I think I heard. Father Murphy, did you hear that?
I did not hear anything at this time.
Oh.
What do you believe that you heard?
I heard a phrase, but I'm not sure I should say it carelessly.
What do you believe that you heard?
I think I will write it down instead of saying it.
Oh god.
So, yeah, so I write down the phrase that.
You write it, how do you write this?
Like what language, or like
How do you write it?
on what do I write it?
Yes.
Carve freaking out.
Like I guess I would write it on a piece of paper.
So you get out a piece of paper, and you write down that.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I show it to Father Murphy.
He snatches it from your fucking hand, rips it up! Do not ever say that.
What did I just hear?
Is that what you heard?
Yes, a whisper told me that. As you were talking.
Do not write it. Do not say it. Or they will appear.
Who's they?
They.
I want to insight check this guy.
I'm sorry, one sec, my dad's calling me.
I'm gonna inside him because I want to know if he's. It's a 15. If he's like worried or if he's like.
He is fucking shook.
Ooh. Shooketh. Oh, also, did we know about this word? The other party? Party A?
I don't know.
I feel like we did, but we didn't do anything about it because we didn't know what it was.
There is that possibility.
Okay, sorry, what I missed?
Well, I guess Malin Round knows it because he's part of Party A, I guess.
You didn't miss anything other than the fact that Uday insight checked Father Murphy, and Father Murphy is shook.
Yes, I would assume that those words that I heard would bring catastrophe.
As you see an even broader smile crawl along the face of the Undertaker.
Do you know about this, Undertaker?
What do I know about?
I think there's a no.
Tell.
If you're saying something, we can't hear it.
You'll have to tell me what it is that you want to know.
Oh, so immediately after he showed him the paper, it was snatched up.
Yep.
I don't know what it. Uday doesn't know what it is. Did we start out with that? I swear we started out with that word somewhere in the beginning. I'm not sure what. Well, is it like a curse word or is it a?
No. You'll have to ask someone, won't you?
I don't know what it says. I'm Uday. He's not trying to piss anyone off.
How good is your perception?
It's only a 12, and of a passive perception. If you need me to look for something, it's only.
No, you were watching him as he wrote it down, so you saw it.
No, okay.
So you know what it is. You can say it if you want to.
Let me write down. Now on a piece of paper and just writing in my notes.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Something out of my control. So, like, yeah, what happened after I asked the Undertaker?
I was asking if Uday saw the word, and he said, yeah. He didn't hear it, he just saw you write it, or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, Uday saw you write it, so he also saw it.
So,
And then the Undertaker is asking you what it is that you want to ask about.
I want to ask him what is he smiling about?
I'm always smiling.
Can I do like an insight, like not on him, but like on the whisper I heard to see if I could distinguish what the person or thing might have sounded like.
Ooh.
Go for it. Send it.
Yeah. Damn.
I should have used guidance, but oh well.
You know that whatever it was incredibly powerful. But that power did not seem malevolent, but it also did not seem benevolent. It just seemed powerful.
Maybe it was
Father, does this word bring up bad things, or is it just kind of like, no, hush hush?
I cannot lie to you. I can tell you that it brings forth whatever that is, and that is a being of great power.
Well, how come no one's wished it away then?
It is too powerful to be wished away.
Ooh, damn.
It's a summon chant, or perhaps unseals it. But why would I, out of everyone on this island, be told about this phrase?
Because you asked me about how to invoke another being of great power.
So
This being wants to be invoked.
Uh-oh.
you don't think that maybe Tabitha heard the same phrase, do you?
I do not know.
Well,
I'm gonna write this.
I won't say it. I won't say it at all.
I would humbly request that you do not.
Yeah. Wow, did you just get a big red button that says destroy entire campaign? That's bad news. So we need to figure out where we want to go next then.
That is quite the interesting thing that just happened.
It's okay if you want to say it.
I don't want to say it.
No,
I'm good.
I'm not saying it.
Let's hear that shit. Fuck that.
It's fine. I mean, it's not really a big deal or anything.
I don't believe you at all.
Why don't you believe me?
Oh, you know, maybe because you're the DM.
Ah, man, send it. Come on.
Nope, I'm done. So we gotta. Okay, so the charms cause. So we have like 3 potential ways something could have happened. Like sabotage. Someone could have gambled something horribly wrong and gone horribly awry, or we just have like just freak accidents, or like this creature's going around killing things for no reason.
Let's see. Here's another question. So, like, I know that from what you've showed me, you do not discriminate against anyone, nor do you take sides. But is there anyone that you've ever been disappointed with, as in, like, you would have hoped better for them?
I am disappointed in nearly everyone that I meet, but that is because all of you have free choice, and free choice does allow certain flaws.
Interesting.
No matter how great the hero is, they will still have a flaw. They can still be tempted. And no matter how awful the villain is, they can still redeem themselves. They can still do good. The only way for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing.
Wow, Batman, that's really deep.
It was actually a quote by Father Edmund Burke. Thank you very much.
Well, you go. I'm not a smart boy. I only know movies.
I also said it in Boondock Saints, which is very funny because I'm Irish, so haha.
Yes.
I haven't watched that. I've only heard about the name.
So
Really good flick.
yeah, it's pretty good. I haven't seen it in a while. Let's see.
It's
Hmm.
so
I think we should try looking somewhere else.
yeah.
I think Father is as open as he can be, really.
So all right, yeah. So I think that's all for now, Father Murphy. But if you happen to learn of anything, please let us know.
Of course. Blessings be upon you, my children. And he makes a small hand gesture, and you are now in possession of a D4, which you can use on anything to add to whatever score that you wish to add to. You can add it to a fucking attack roll, you can add it to a save, you can add it to whatever. And these do stack. So listed as Father Murphy's Blessing 1.
So 1d4 inspiration by Father Murphy.
Yep. Father Murphy wants you all to succeed.
Thank you. So I guess.
And also, if you are carrying any water on you, it has now turned to wine.
Oh. So,
Oh.
So I guess my water skin just turned into a whole thing of wine.
It is now a wineskin.
Well, it's Uday is not picky. He'll still drink it.
Oh, it's really good wine. Like it's
wine
amazing.
nonetheless. This will not rehydrate me, but I'm fucking thirsty. Thank you. All right. How much further do we want to go into the night for this? Because it's just the two of us, dude.
Huh.
You and me, Malagorn.
Well,
I thought you really wanted to go for the Ranger Q
Like,
course,
well-
which is hilarious.
well, I do want to do that, but now that we've done our investigation with Father Murphy in the corner, I want to do my bit real quick with the bard.
All right.
Like, but yeah, for context, I would have like Ron, go have the coroner take him to the ranger barracks, and would you, Dave, come along?
You would go with your bard, buddy?
No, like my bard's a whole separate thing altogether.
Oh. I would go with you to the ranger thing.
Okay.
To the Ranger barracks we go.
Yeah. It's
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
just when out of game, when we stop playing, Uday goes invisible and goes and eavesdrops.
Oh yeah, of course.
Unless maybe you want me to just do my bit with the bard after Sig is done.
I'm not. Let's do the ranger thing. And then if we have time, you can do your bard thing, I guess. If you still really wanna.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Ranger time.
Ranger danger.
Stranger Ranger. Oh, I gotta pick up the player tab, don't I? There we go. Yeet! Man, I thought I tempted you guys really well to say it.
Maybe in Tomb.
So, now I still wouldn't say it in Tomb.
That's a really big cannon.
It is a really big cannon. It does appear to be broke, though. Maybe if an artificer...
Alright.
Those don't exist and you know it.
They're busy.
Alright, you come to the Ranger Barracks. It is remarkably clean.
Alright. So
Yeah.
guess we'll start heading inside.
As you come inside, you do see good old Chuck. He is CQ right now, which stands for Charge of Quarters. And he's like, "Oh, hey, what's going on, guys?"
Not too good.
Well, I wouldn't know how to say how my day's going, but it's going all right.
Hold on, you don't know how to say your day is going? That's kind of weird. Not gonna lie.
Like how I. Well, I guess as long as I'm not in danger, is all right.
You're never in danger whenever there's a ranger.
Yeah.
And he kind of smiles.
It's like I'm like. Well, I'm
Uday
also-
cries a little.
well, I guess-
Uday cries a little bit.
Well, I guess I'm never in danger since I'm a ranger myself.
No, you're just-
You're a ranger?
Yes.
Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah, I said yes. Yeah, I said
He's
yes.
kind of looks at Uday. He's crying right now.
Yeah, but yeah, I said yes.
Oh, are you here to take the course?
Yes, but I wanted to ask around first because we're investigating the recent murders.
Oh, the murders? Yeah, a lot of people are doing that. What would you like to know?
Well, I guess first off, I want to know like what everyone was doing on the day of the murder.
Well, I'll tell you what I was doing. I was doing a ruck march! Yeah!
Cecil, I genuinely hate this guy a lot.
You hate Chuck?
I fucking hate these hoo-ah motherfuckers. I hate them all so much.
Uday goes back and
Rangers.
cries on the bench. They're just too positive. I hate them.
Like did
No, they're not positive. Shut the fuck up. You don't have to deal with them.
did y'all meet them in the other session?
Yes. I met a couple of them.
Are you sure you don't want them to start calling them pods?
Fucking pogs! I guess that would be pores. Personnel other than rangers.
Oh my
So
god.
you were out marching. So what about the others?
Well, we were all doing the foot march. 18 miles, 4 hours, kicked its ass, yeah!
Does the route take you around near the estates of any of the three families?
It takes us damn near to the Lost Woods, but we don't go inside of it without a reason. Otherwise, you will get lost. And, to be honest, the Colonel, she's an officer, so she gets lost pretty easy.
Did you guys notice anything strange on y'all's march or beforehand?
Not too much, just that my ruck wasn't quite heavy enough.
This place makes me sad.
So, okay, so nothing strange. What about in the coming weeks?
Well, I mean, been hard times. We've had lots and lots of rangers go out and not come back. Been a lot of undead out there. Been a lot of monsters.
Wait, how many rangers have you lost?
Shit. Probably about 14.
Oh. That's quite a lot.
That's the danger of it, you know? Some gave all, but all gave some.
Did any of their deaths seem suspicious in any way? Like, unlike any other, like, monster killing?
I wouldn't say strange, so much as it almost seems like every time a couple of us get cast out with protection, it just becomes mindless. Someone really wants these people dead.
Who have y'all been protecting?
Lately we've been protecting Malice.
Malice? Yeah. So,
That's the Helsing that's still alive.
So y'all always lose people every time you have to protect Malice.
Oh, no, we keep her in the barracks now. She's stuck here. Ha!
She's stuck here.
Yeah, we're not gonna let her leave.
I guess that means y'all are holding a grudge on her then.
I wouldn't say holding a grudge so much as we're just ensuring her safety by keeping her here 24/7.
What task was Malice doing every time that she required protection?
Ah, well, she went out to try and get another demon or another fiend or something like that, so that she could try and protect the place a little bit better. But I don't know if she's as good as her brother, because her brother, he was really good at getting fiends. In fact, so much so that once he died, that's what we really had to protect Malice against, was the fiends and invisible stalkers and the trolls.
So Malice was trying to form a contract with all the things that used to belong to her brother.
She can't have that many. She has the more intense contracts, though. So far, we know about one of them, but she's being real hesitant to tell us about others. She keeps saying the less we know, the better. And that we better make sure she stays alive.
You think that someone's after her?
Now, I know for a fact someone's after her, but they're not going to be able to get to her in here.
Do you have any idea who might be after her?
Well, at first we always thought that it was her brother that was trying to kill her, but then he died, so, makes it awfully curious.
So a dead end on suspicions.
I'll be honest, I kind of had a suspicion that maybe the Helsings killed the Belmonts, and then the whoever loves the Belmonts so much so as to, retaliate, maybe?
Well,
Could have been a Constantine for all I know.
Well, there was a bit of a love thing going on between one of the members of each.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, who hasn't fucked Tabitha? She was a bit of a whore.
Insight check.
Me too. Me just get my shit
He's
up.
fucking lying!
It's like,
Yeah, you dirty bitch!
it's like, what the fuck you talking about?
It was known that she was a whore, everybody said so.
Who's everybody?
Everybody around me, you can go ask Wally, you can go ask Kronk.
So they all think that she was a whore, but did you even hear who she's even gone out with in the past, besides, the families?
Well, look, dude, okay, I didn't sleep with her, but lots of other people said that they did, so I always just believed she was a whore.
Wait, lots of other people like the other Rangers?
Yeah,
Does that include the dead ones?
some of the dead ones, yes.
Wow, he's a misogynist too. He really is in the army.
Let's see, I'm gonna message, okay, I actually have messaged you. I'll cast message while he's crying to Round. Is it Rond or Round? How do you pronounce it?
Rond.
Rond. He'll say that, once again, we're coming back to this connection of Tabitha. We also don't know any of the other members. At least Uday doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know if you do. Uday doesn't really know.
Yeah, no, I don't. This is my first time here.
Yeah, we know that Tabitha is trying to. She was with Van Helsing for a little while, or whatever. So her priorities was with him, and other Belmonts are just trying to get to be the head.
He's like, hey, where are you going?
It's
He's
the
gonna,
end of
he's
my
gonna try.
shit.
Oh, it's the end of his shit, so he's going away.
Wait, where are you going? We're not done talking yet.
You're done talking with me. I just finished my 24-hour shift. I'm going to fucking bed.
Okay.
I'll follow you then. I'm not done talking.
That's really not
Whoa,
cool.
whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't follow me to bed. That's kind of weird.
I'll message Ron and be like, "Don't cause any fucking trouble. I need my food."
Fine.
The replacement is Private Kronk.
I'll talk. But I will be back later.
Okay, that's fine.
Say. Okay.
Can I go and
Are you gonna talk to Kronk now?
Yeah.
Alright,
Hey
fair.
guys, Rangers lead the way, and he salutes.
So I heard. I hope you don't mind. I'm investigating the murders. Can I talk with you about them now?
Ah, fuck, military police. Last people I want to talk to.
I'm not military police. I'm from outside this island.
We're private
Oh.
investigators.
Well, I suppose that's a little bit better. Nah, what would you guys like? Huh?
So the previous guy told us that apparently Tabitha was a whore and that he slept with some of y'all, and that she slept with some of y'all.
I'll be honest. Some of the specialists, they talk a big game, but I don't think they actually done anything. I'm just a young private, though. My name's Kronk.
So,
I'm
private.
gonna do the voice.
That means you just joined.
Yeah, I just got here a few days ago. That
Uh,
rug march really sucked.
then yeah, he wouldn't know anything that happened beyond those few days. Then.
Well, I mean, I've been on the island, but don't really know too terribly much about, what these guys have been up to. But rumors were that, Tabitha was sleeping around, but I don't know, she always seemed like a really sweet girl to me. I really wanted to help her. Her music was so sad.
Well, from what I've heard, she started making the music after her breakup with Van Helsing.
Yeah, but Van Helsing's a real douche.
Yeah.
I don't know what she saw in that guy, honestly.
I heard though that it was Van Helsing that initiated the breakup.
Well, I don't know. If you listen to some of her songs, like Bring Me to Life and Call Me When You're Sober, it almost did seem like there was a message behind them.
A message? What's your theory on what the message could be?
I think that she was just a lost girl looking for help. That she wanted people to take her for more than just, the songbird that she was. That she wanted to realize her true potential. I would have given anything to be with
Ron
her.
again. And I'll be like, maybe she was just desperate. Who knows?
Sorry, it's not within my control.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, that's alright.
I at least heard that he said that she seemed like a lonely bird. I guess you could wait.
Not that she seemed like a lonely bird, but I really think that she wanted to realize her potential more than just being a songbird.
She believed that she could be more than what she was.
Well, I mean, she was a Belmont, right?
Mm,
Monster Slayers.
high expectations set by her family.
Yeah, although her father was racist. Did you guys know that?
Racist?
Yeah, hated Faye.
And there's a good amount of Fae on this island.
The whole fucking island is Faye. I mean, there's a lot of humans here, but,
Name was like Simon, right?
So
Yeah, Simon. Simon Belmont II.
So if he hated the face so much, why did he decide to live here?
I mean, family's been here forever.
Hmm, he could just want to move out.
Yeah, it's possible, but they're gone now.
Yeah.
Up in smoke.
Put that down. Head of family was racist. So, I assume that the thing you would be most informed on is the murder that happened the day to the previous investigator.
Hold on, what? What did you just ask?
Do you know about the investigator that got murdered the other day?
Ichabod.
Oh, okay, I misheard you. Yes, yeah, I know about Ichabod. He came around here snooping.
That's
I heard he lost his head.
lost his head. Yeah, he did. Very clean cut by like what seems like a hellfire. It's rumored that he might have been killed by a Delahan.
I don't know about any Dullahans, but I know that I was trying to make a joke, but you know what? Kind of lost it in the middle. It wasn't us. Hmm.
Do you have an opinion on the murders of the Belmonts?
I'm a private. I've got plenty of opinions, but I don't really give a shit about the Belmonts. They're no longer my concern.
Well, what about when they used to be your concern?
Cecilia was cool.
Insight to see if he actually knows shit about the Belmonts. God damn it.
I mean, he knew their name, so he had to know something.
God, that insight got me nowhere. Okay.
To be fair, even if you rolled super high, there's a pretty good chance that you wouldn't be able to find what you're looking for on face value or reading through context.
Yeah.
Ethel probably would have been a good ranger. He was very direct to threat oriented. Reckless. Good fighter. I heard he was actually pretty good with a bow, too.
Hey, who's in charge at the moment?
What do you mean?
Who's in charge of this place at the moment?
Yeah.
Is it
Oh,
just,
the commander? He kind of points over to the colonel. Commander Colonel Fierna Weaver. Wow, that is really hard to say with an American accent. Holy shit.
See.
I'll suggest that Ron check her out next.
Yeah. So, this might be a strange question, but like out of the rangers here, is there any particular one that you hate or really like?
Kind of slams his hand on the table. We are all brothers and sisters in arms here.
I see.
You
That
would
being
know that if you
said-
were a ranger. What'd you say, Sig?
With that being said, who do you hate?
I don't like that Meryl girl. She's not a ranger.
Oh. Oh, did we hear about Meryl? Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's that doofy cunt over there.
So there's the colonel, and then there's Meryl over there who you can try and investigate.
That person.
FYI, we investigated Meryl yesterday, but you can still ask her different questions than what we did. You already have.
I did talk to Meryl the other day.
No, you've asked different questions than what we've asked yesterday.
Oh.
So you could ask her different questions than what we would have asked.
Okay. Like, Meryl, she looks different from the rest of y'all. Like, She's not in uniform. Is she like?
That's right, she's not a ranger, she's a cleric.
Oh, well, I guess. Well, I guess like a group of warriors needs a healer.
No, she's here for the stupid Helsing girl.
Oh, she's trying to visit her.
Nah, she casts like protection from good and evil on the door, put some glyphs up.
Oh, did y'all hire her?
No, we didn't hire her.
So, it's
Bitch came to do it on her own.
volunteer work. Does she personally know about? I mean, is she personally acquainted with Malice?
Nah, I think it was on the behest of Father Murphy. Father Murphy really doesn't want the Helsing girl to die.
So at the very least, Father Murphy and okay. For some reason, I'm having a brain fart and I already forgot her name.
Malice.
Malice. No, like her.
Malice is the Helsing. Meryl is that girl.
Meryl. Yeah. So I guess that means Meryl and Father Murphy are acquainted at least.
Yeah, that's his apprentice. Protege, whatever. I don't know, I can't read. I'm a ranger.
But I can read and speak multiple languages.
What?
I'm a ranger.
That was the joke, is... Alright.
Okay.
Anyway, I don't really think you're a ranger. Let's see if you can pass the qualification course.
I would like to take it, but I want to finish my investigations first because if I don't take a look around for information when I can, then I might miss my chance forever.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I don't think it's that heinous. I'm pretty sure you can ask whatever question whenever you want, but alright.
Yeah, we don't know if a person I might neglect to ask might die the next day, is my point.
Oh yeah, that's entirely a possibility because, you know, life is fleeting. You never know when it's gonna end.
It really is!
Let's see.
Stop sobbing! You're ruining the vibe.
I'll cry quieter then.
Let's see, so... Got two interesting characters near that I'm interested in. That her and her.
What, Elvira? You know who Elvira is.
Like,
Oh, that's that elf girl from the bar.
Yeah, she came to do the Q course.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, forget about her. I want to talk to the cleric, Meryl.
Oh, go over there.
It's like, yeah. Hello.
She as you race up to her, apparently.
I don't mean to race up to her.
As you walk up to her. Oh, hello. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm not in danger, so that makes the day good at least.
You're never in danger when you're around a ranger.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to ask you a few questions. I'm investigating the murders of the Belmonts and like other people.
You and every other swinging dick around here, apparently.
Excuse me?
I said you and every other swinging dick around here.
What was I want to insight check her. What's her attitude about? She seemed like she was disgusted by anything that, you know, we just did.
Damn, you guys are good. Alright. You could tell that she's very upset after Chuck had walked by her.
Chuck's a sexist.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like him.
I don't like him either.
Can we be friends? I have like no friends.
Yeah.
You and that Rideout dude over at the bar. I don't know if you met him. He doesn't have any friends either. He's really sweet, though. We can all be friends.
Oh, okay. But yeah, like I'm just trying to make a living here. You know, Father Murphy, guys. He seemed like he's, legit. Like he's on the up and up.
One time while I was studying with him, I was flipping through some religious texts, and I recognized who they were talking about. And then I looked up, and one of the depictions was Father Murphy.
Holy shit.
I think he's a celestial.
I think that's a reasonable conclusion, considering what I've already seen and heard from him.
Or at the very least, an Asimir.
That explains his warm aura, I guess.
The thing about him, though, he talks so slow, and it's just, oh my god, I don't have forever, dude. Like you do, cool. I'll just give you the fucking information. But either way, how can I help you?
So we heard that you voluntarily came. You came here to voluntarily help protect Malice.
I'll be honest, it was more like voluntold. Father Murphy was like, hey, don't let Malice die. Terrible things will happen if she does. And since he can't lie, I was like, oh shit, I guess I better not let her die.
So, yeah, from what we asked, it seems like he suspects she's going to get targeted, but not sure who might be targeting her.
Yeah, sadly, that's the thing about this investigation, is that there's no real leads other than the boogeyman, which is the Dullahan.
Yeah, and it's rumored that the Dullahan might have killed the previous investigator. In the way he was killed, it kind of makes it seem more real.
I was actually talking to Ichabod right before he was killed, and he was telling me about a nightmare that he had. It was reoccurring, where there was some kind of freak that was chasing him. Like,
Father Murphy said this, or who said
No, Ichabod, right before he died. The night before he died, he told me that he had a nightmare, and in this nightmare, it had happened a few times, and he said something about some kind of freak that was chasing him. I think he said its name was Frederick?
Freak named Fred. Sorry from typing loud. Ooh, that's juicy. Does Father Murphy seem very, what's the word? Stern? Or is he kind of just like, chill?
I would say that he is incredibly chill.
Hmm.
In fact, sometimes people will come in screaming at the church and saying, this God be damned, and he'll just talk to them and they'll relax, and then they'll kind of understand his point. His patience is infinite. Unlike mine. Like, if I don't have my coffee in the morning, like, you guys can fuck off, right?
Yeah, sure.
I guess
He sounds like one of my coworkers, and he cries again.
I guess the next time that we talk, I'll be sure to bring coffee then.
Well, it's okay. The coffee here tastes like mud, but, I mean, it gets the job done.
See, yeah. Look, it looks like what I thought before might be true, that the Dullahan uses nightmares to attack its victims.
Meryl kind of leans forward and is like, hey, since you guys have been so nice to me, I'm going to be completely honest with all of you.
Okay.
I think that there's more than one murderer, and I think that all of these monsters were probably kept at bay because of all of the monster hunters. But now that there's no monster hunters, I feel like maybe a lot of things are starting to culminate. You guys heard about the murder at Crystal Lake, right?
No.
No.
Yeah. A few months back, right after the Belmonts had died, there's a campground out by the lake. And the lake has always been renowned for how beautiful it is, like a crystal. And supposedly there was a masked creature, a masked undead or something like that, and it killed these two lovers that had went out.
Like, were these deaths like confirmed by the coroner, or were these people that just disappeared after being heard that they went out there?
They were confirmed by the coroner. I don't remember where they were buried, but I do remember doing the rites. They just looked too young to be dead, you know? They were teenagers.
Did the bodies have anything unusual on them? I
Unusual?
Yeah, like
I wouldn't necessarily say unusual. The marks looked like it was done by a slashing weapon.
a slashing weapon. So yeah, like could be a weapon or just something strong enough to be perceived as like a weapon. Where's the Crystal Lake located from here?
Oh, if you go beyond the covered bridge and keep following the trail, you might get led away by a will-o-wisp, so don't do that. They're little tricksters, be careful. If you continue before you get to the Lost Woods, if you take a left at the fork and go about 200 meters in, take a right, and you'll find the Crystal Lake. It's very beautiful,
Let's see.
very serene.
Go on the fork and take a right.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just got something.
Jesus Christ!
What?
It's not a major thing, but are you gonna ask something, Malagorn?
I mean, well, if you just thought of something, tell me.
I think it's more of an outside thing, but it may pertain to the story at large. But
It's a fourth wall break.
So-
Ha,
it's a
ha,
fourth wall
ha.
break. Yeah,
So it's metagaming?
it's a fourth wall break. Frederick, aka Freddy, from Five Nights. Fuck no, not Five Nights.
God damn
Are
it.
you fucking kidding me?
God damn
From
it.
that fucking mother.
I can't believe the Dullahan was the purple guy all along.
From Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah.
There we go.
Fuck me. Okay. I don't
Jesus.
think about that shit.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So I was
I
like,
can't
okay. So we've
Scott Cawthon Belmont.
but also it seems very like if it's a nightmare, we know it's a fiend. Actually, do we know it's a fiend? Does any of us either know it's a fiend?
We don't know what it is. We just know that
Just know it's a nightmare.
yeah, it's a nightmare.
You just know that it's a nightmare? Okay.
It's nightmare.
Because-
It uses nightmares and it's headless and it has
Yeah.
a hellfire blade.
Creature specification is important to me at the moment, but I won't know until I've seen it.
Yeah, and it often roams the night.
Yeah.
And it looks like its victims have nightmares before they're killed.
They have nightmares before they're killed. So who would have it? And then it was Ichabod who had it. Freddy Freaker.
Oh, you found it. Did you just invoke his name? You said it.
I said Freddy Freaker.
Nope, you said it.
He's
You didn't
You
say
said
it. I
it.
said it.
I know that you said it, but you said it.
Oh.
said
Oh, so it's a meta thing.
said what the freaker name?
Freddy.
Okay.
Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay.
I'm going to stab you.
I gotta remember what track I was on with questions.
Freddy freaking Fazbear.
Let's see.
This is our Halloween mini campaign. It's starting all the way in June.
So, were you acquainted with any of the Belmonts, Helsings, or Constantines?
Meryl kind of smiles, and she goes, "Yes, actually, I was."
So, which one of them?
I was a good friend of Cecilia's.
Okay. So, like, would you say you two were very close friends?
I mean, you could say that we were close friends. Very close.
Can I do an insight to see what she like what she means by close?
Yeah. I'll do it one too, actually.
Sure. Yeah.
They
What
lovers.
do you think about very close friends?
Were they lovers?
Yes, they were lovers.
Okay, cool.
Ah,
It's another romance situation going on.
so I guess that means her death was very tragic for you then.
Well, to be honest, while it may seem tragic, I know through the faith that once you exit the flesh prison that we are all encased in, that you are truly free. So, in a way, I am very happy for her to have moved on.
What's your opinion on fate?
Fate is something that you should not toy with.
Okay, do you think that do you align with Father Murphy in that you also hate the idea of free will?
I do not hate the idea of free will. I just understand that if my assumption is true, that he is a celestial, that he will never understand the idea of free will.
Okay.
Perhaps that is why he has remained here for so long.
He wants to try to understand.
I mean, isn't that the idea of everyone that wants to gain knowledge? To try and understand something that they can't understand?
Yeah.
But he's been at it for a really long time,
Yeah.
and he still doesn't understand it.
Yeah. See, from what he said, it seems like since the beginning of time, at least for this place.
Indeed. The rumor that I've heard him speak a few times is that the hills, all 6 of them that surround this area, are actually the graves of the gods.
Ooh.
But that sounds silly, doesn't it?
No. No.
Maybe it has to do with that phrase that I can't speak of.
What is the phrase that you cannot speak of?
I
don't know.
can't even write down. Father Murphy, like his whole attitude changed as I tried to write it, and he tore up the paper, saying it would summon a being more powerful than a wish.
More powerful than a wish.
And the strange thing was that from what he told me, it whispered to me it the saying as I was asking him about evoking a celestial.
There are some things in this world that want to be brought. As the Belmonts would say, it probably doesn't belong in this world.
How old does she look, actually?
Well, she looks about 24, 25.
Okay.
Well,
Hmm.
well, from what I gathered from Father Murphy, Tabitha came to him to ask about the celestial named Morrigan, who's the deity of fate.
Goddess of fate,
Yeah.
the maiden, the mother, and the matron.
Yeah.
Usually seen as a crow.
As a crow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
What? Is this connecting with something you heard about from the other night?
A crow or a raven?
A crow.
Probably not.
Okay.
Give some flashbacks for a second.
I don't know. Crows and ravens, pretty similar at times.
True.
Yeah. So,
Does your name happen to be Vax?
No, but, he is a shadow sorcerer.
yeah, 'cause you see, from what I've gathered from the band she was lead singer for, she made a pact with a celestial to gain power as a warlock to monster slay for the right of the family head, but she still failed the task anyways.
Ah yes, Tabitha, she was very emo. She didn't really understand what she was up against, to be honest. And it's funny that she even wanted to be the head of the family, because, as we know, Logan didn't really care about it, and Seamus preferred drink over women. The only one that was probably actually contesting would have been Cecil himself. He was the only one that actually became a monster hunter, after all.
So half the family didn't care, and only really one person cared.
And that's a maybe, because he was more against his father than for the Belmont name.
Well, I did hear the father was No, you told. Wait, no, you told me. Wait. Okay, now I'm forgetting stuff.
You were
You
told at some
learned
point. You were told at
that
some
he
point
was
Simon was racist.
Yeah, where did I learn that the head of the family was racist to face?
I think you
Yeah.
learned it from Leonine.
Okay, so the head of the family was racist to face. Maybe that had something to do with it.
Perhaps, maybe it was being a rebellious teenager, but also, I mean, can you truly resist the allure of an elf?
Yes, I cry again.
Just the allure of an elf.
Allure, yes.
Let's see.
Well, since the celestial Tabitha made a pact with was of fate, maybe she was just trying to mess with fate, and it had bad consequences for her.
I mean, it's possible. I try not to think about it too much. I just don't want stupid Malice to die, because apparently if that happens, all hell will break loose.
What's your opinion on what's been happening?
It's terrible. It's awful. I don't want it to happen. I would much prefer to be here with Cecilia.
Hmm. What are the names of all the Helsings?
There was Vaughn. There was Rudolph, which was the father. And there was Malice. And then there was... I want to say her name was Lenore? Yes, that was it. Lenore was the mother. Do we know someone named?
But no, wait, so...
No, Lenora, but
Yeah.
that's really close.
Have you ever seen all the Helsing family members?
No. In fact, once their grandfather died, he was very old. Anthony. But that was a year ago, I believe. And that's when Lenore and Rudolph left. And they left the estate with Van and Malice.
So they just left, as in left the island?
I do not know where they went.
So would you count the grandfather as being part of the 5 that are missing? Or 3 that are missing?
Yes, I would consider it, because I do not know if the coroner actually interred him.
There's 5 missing Helsings, or just 3? There's 5 in total.
Let's
There's
see.
5
in total.
Belmonts.
Yeah, so...
5. There were 7 Belmonts in total.
7 Belmonts.
So let's see, there's two missing Helsing, 1 missing or dead, and Van is dead.
He died last night, yes.
Yeah,
well,
and-
he was murdered last night, anyway.
So that means, yeah, Malice is the last Helsing, as far as we know.
So we have...
What do you know?
3 missing...
What do you know
Or 1
about,
dead,
about
2
the
missing.
status of the Constantine? Because
Oh, I don't know shit about them, honestly. I know that Jonathan shows up on the 7th of every month, and he tells us 3 things. If we're okay, if anything's coming for us, and, fuck, I forgot the 3rd thing. Huh, weird. But he always said those 3 things, and then he would buy supplies, and then he would leave.
I want inside check. Did she really forget, or is she withholding information? 23.
No, she forgot.
Okay.
you're the second person that says they've forgotten the 3rd thing. That's it.
Really? How strange.
Like, let's see, was it Father Mercy that said they also forgot?
I think so. We've only ever asked, like, the Constantines, like, twice or 3 times, and if we did...
Yeah. That's like, if Father Mercy also forgot, that's strange considering from what I've seen, he would definitely know about that. So perhaps what the 3rd thing they ask, it's not simply you forgot like a normal forgetting. Perhaps Jonathan wanted you to forget what the 3rd thing was.
I don't know, it's so strange. He would tell us if we're safe. He would tell us if anything was coming, and then he would tell us... what else was it?
That's a big red flag for me.
Yeah, no one remembers. That's 2 people don't remember the 3rd thing. So when he asked these questions, he just asked like the town as a whole.
Well, if you happen to see him, and then he would make sure to tell you those 3 things. And most of the time we dismissed it because, he's weird. And he smoked like a freight train. I don't think I ever saw him without a cigarette in his mouth.
Let's see, so Sid, correct me if I'm wrong in remembering this, but the journal of the investigator is still missing. It wasn't found on his body, right?
I don't think we ever got information about that, really. We didn't ask.
Leonine was looking for it, so yes,
Okay.
you would know that it is not around.
Yeah. The investigator's journal was missing from his body. It's, for what we've been told, it seemed like he might have gotten close before he died. Did he talk to you at all about his investigation the night before he died, besides his nightmare?
He told me about the nightmare, and he told me that he felt like he was close because he felt like it was something that was being controlled, which is what I told you guys earlier, is that I don't think there's one killer. I think that there's multiple.
Then they might have taken the journal and destroyed it, or kept it somewhere.
It's possible.
Did the investigator have a house he would regularly live in, or like a hotel room?
He had a hotel room, yes. But it wasn't at Reverie's End, which is where mostly everyone stays. I know that Leonine is staying there.
Leonine is staying at the hotel, so... was staying at the hotel the investigator was at. Maybe he hid something in the hotel room before he died.
It's possible.
Might have.
Perhaps you can go there sometime.
Yeah. How far? Let's see. It's in the town, right?
Oh, of course. Nothing is terribly far away here.
Okay. So. Alright, so I have a strange question. So, from what I heard from the coroner, he hasn't checked on the graveyard of the Belmonts since he initially put them in there. You think anyone would want to mess with the remains?
I don't believe anyone would mess with the remains. The coffins were actually quite exquisite and incredibly heavy. They were sealed. I was there. I performed the last rites. I remember the bodies.
Was the coffin sealed by magical means or by like intense locks?
Oh, not by locks. It was concrete. They're stone coffins. I remember seeing Cecilia's body, but to me, it didn't seem like her. While, yes, I understand that it was horribly disfigured because of the flames, but I know Cecilia's body, and it just didn't seem accurate, if you know what I mean.
It didn't seem like her body?
Correct.
Well, I did have like the open suspicion that maybe the bodies weren't actually the Belmonts since they were burnt beyond recognition. No solid proof it was them.
I was kind of thinking the same thing. How would you be able to prove? But there is one person that would be able to prove.
Who?
I feel terrible by telling you this, but it is something that I do not wish to share with Leonine. Because he doesn't believe in magic the way that you and I believe in magic.
Oh, yeah. I can understand from what I've talked to him. He doesn't believe in monsters.
There is a witch that lives very near the edge of the Lost Woods, and her name is Blix. And she deals in necromantic means. And she can tell you anything about the dead. She can speak to the dead. She can raise the dead. And she knows everything about a body.
So, yeah, you said she lives near the edge of the Lost Woods?
Yes.
Would this be near the Crystal Lake or like in the opposite direction?
It's sort of near the Crystal Lake.
Okay.
Let's see. Would Father Murphy not, in your opinion, Meryl, not be capable of the same things?
Father Murphy doesn't dabble in the darker arts. Perhaps because of what he is, or perhaps because of his fixation of what humans are. But Blix, there's a reason that she lives so far out. She's not welcome in town.
I would guess the school of necromancy would not be welcomed by some people.
You would be correct. But Blix is funny to talk to. She only speaks in rhyme. So sometimes it feels like she's giving you a riddle, but she's actually giving you an answer. I asked her why she speaks that way, and she told me that she traded, or she was placed upon a gesh, that if she does not speak in rhyme, she will die.
So, but like from the sound that you've visited her at least once, then
I find her incredibly curious.
Did you ever had like the temptation to ask her to help investigate the bodies?
Oh, I did, but I'm afraid the answer would crush me.
That's something you don't want to speak of.
I would rather believe that Cecilia is alive than know that she is not. So if you do find the answer, do not tell me.
Okay. But yeah. But if it is good news, I can at least tell you that.
Please do not, because that means that she does not wish to be found.
Well, what if she was captured, though?
Well, in that case, you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
If it is something that I can do to help her, then yes, absolutely. But if it is something of her own volition, I would rather cherish the good memories that we have than find out that it was all for naught.
Do you know if there's anything in either of their houses that was worth like taking physically, like an object or anything?
I do know that the Belmonts had plenty of fantastical resources, I guess you could say. Lots of cursed items they would place into a chest that had lots of magical glyphs about it. Cecilia showed it to me one time, and she made a joke that whenever we get something cursed, we put it into the box. And that her father would often joke about if they were bad children, he would put them in the box to be cleansed.
Was the box still there at the estate?
I believe so. I didn't go to the estate. I think that I would break down and cry.
Understandable. I'm gonna write that down. Box of cursed items at estate.
I don't believe they remained in the box. I believe that they were put in there, cleansed, and then... I don't know. She said that some things were allowed to be returned, and some things had to be destroyed.
Returned, like, to where they were first found?
Perhaps just allowed to be the artifacts that they were. I do know that each Belmont had a very special weapon, and it was probably something that they had recovered from their journeys.
And the weapons might be gone, but we don't know for sure.
Actually, you bring up a very valid point. She kind of slaps her hand on the table. If the bodies were there, then their weapons should have been there. Correct?
Yes.
That would only make sense. How can you burn down 7 monster hunters? It doesn't make sense.
But,
They would have fought back.
yeah, that's that's what we were thinking. Like, they were all perfectly in one room, on the supposedly on the first floor, and the whole house was burning by a magical fire. And like, it somehow none of them thought to try to escape or deal with the culprit or extinguish.
No
the
one was
flames.
armed? It doesn't make sense.
There are ways of putting
Like,
fires in places without being seen.
I know,
but like,
but I just want to believe that she's still out there.
Instantaneous combustion, you know?
like even
I mean, fuck Tabitha. Like, I don't care if she's still out there. Like, she was a bitch. But, you know, the rest of them were okay.
yeah, it's like even if it's instant combustion, they wouldn't just go down within just a second unless the enemy we're talking here is like so powerful.
It would have to be incredibly powerful. Way more powerful than 1 or 2 delayed fireballs.
That's very specific.
And even if like
Well,
if,
as a spellcaster, that is something that I do know.
even
no problem.
if it was instantaneous, they would at least be alive long enough to move out of said room.
Unless it, like, blew them up so badly that they couldn't recover. Incinerated.
Well, maybe.
Or they were killed beforehand and then the fire happened.
Yeah, there was that theory. Like,
But I like the idea that their weapons were not there, so they were. If they're not there, then where are they?
Surely they wouldn't be too far from the weapons, even if it's not on the person.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do you know who put what's her name, Blix, in the forest, or has she always been there?
Oh, she's been there as far as I know. She looks incredibly young, but I'm fairly certain she's very old.
So, about the weapons that the Belmonts held, I would assume you at least know what Cecilia's looked like exactly.
Yes,
Can you describe it for me?
it was a beautiful golden lute.
Yeah. Okay, I actually don't know what a newt is. I'm gonna look.
The loot.
Loot! A fucking loot!
Oh, I thought you said.
Newt.
I thought you
A
said.
newt?
Cool.
A
That's
fucking
fair.
lizard!
That's funny.
Oh, okay. I thought. Okay, loot. I thought you said newt.
Holy shit.
There was a golden loot.
Golden loot. Hmm.
That's not really a weapon, though.
I mean, that
The way that she used it, it was.
Oh, okay.
Well, she.
She was a bard.
Yeah. Hmm. Something.
I'm sensing some internal family jealousy and drama.
Yeah, she would at least. I mean, Cecilia would have the loot on her at all times, I would assume, right?
Oh yes, she never put that thing down.
Then it wouldn't make sense that her body wouldn't have the loot on her then.
Exactly, unless someone took it, of course, but... Seamus had a sword that would dance. I think he called it Cutsworth. And Logain had a whip made of fire.
What did Cecil have?
Oh, he had this gorgeous little whip. It had spider silk inside of it. It was wrapped around a stake. And I believe it had a I don't remember. I don't remember if it was a small blade at the end, but either way, it was quite the weapon. Very reckless, like he was. And Tabitha, well, she didn't have a weapon. She was useless. If you had given her a weapon, I'm sure she would have hurt herself with it.
So then, prior to the pact, everyone had some sort of role except for Tabitha.
Yes.
Some kind of signifying weapon or whatever.
You know what else was really strange about the family?
What's up?
What is it?
Simon, the father, blonde hair, thick chin, very masculine. Logain, almost a replica of Simon. Blonde hair, blue eyes. And then you had Seamus, blonde hair, blue eyes. He was a little bit thinner, but very roguish. Cecil and Cecilia, they were twins. Red hair, green eyes, but still very rugged in their looks. And then you had Tabitha. Frail, porcelain skin, black hair, dark eyes. It's almost like she didn't fit.
She could just be, the runt of the whole family or something like that, but she didn't.
And she was certainly the runt then.
What? Maybe adopted?
Who? I never thought of that. But why would a family of monster hunters want to adopt a useless little thing like her?
Well, she wasn't a monster, she wasn't an elf or anything, she seemed like she was human, so at the very least, they could accept another human.
But the head of the family was racist to Faze, and we don't know if maybe they're racist to more than just Faze.
I don't know. It's really weird. Cecil, you said, or someone said he butted heads with Simon.
Oh yes, he did. Cecil always questioned why they were fighting all monsters, and why the Fae were included in that category, when, naturally, Connemara is loaded with Fae. He always had a certain propensity for elves.
Do you think if this also wasn't maybe vengeance, but also maybe self-defense in some way?
Perhaps. Maybe something truly did attack them. But it would have to be very powerful. Well, everything that they attacked, they typically slayed. I never heard of any failure from the Belmont clan, except for the fact that Tabitha was a failure. But, like you said, it could be jealousy, it could have been the Helsings doing it. Since Tabitha and Rudy...
situation. Or does Simon just go after whoever woman, because he's racist and shitty?
Oh, Dolores? Yes, no one asked about Dolores.
Yeah, what's her thing?
Oh, she was a... Do you know what keening is?
Keening?
No.
She had...
I heard about it yesterday, but...
She was a singer, but keening is a very unique art. She was a very beautiful woman. I believe her maiden name was Riordan. Dolores Riordan. I know nothing more than the fact that she used to be a keener.
Did she speak?
Oh, yes, she spoke. I met her a couple of times, and I think she knew about Cecilia and I. But she didn't bring it up, because I'm fairly certain that Simon would have
Admitted it?
been very upset.
Hmm. Hmm.
I know it's a very curious situation.
Do you know about like the particular demons that the Constantine and the Hellstings dealt with?
I do know of one that the Constantine Jonathan spoke of. He said that it was an awful demon, and he referred to it only by its title, which was the Violator.
Ew. Did he ever use it?
I do not believe that he used it so much as he was able to trick it. And that trick resulted in perhaps our salvation. But John Constantine was a man of many deceptions. I believe that he may have eventually conned himself whenever he made so many deals with so many different fiends and devils and abyssals and whatever else. You only have so much soul before it's all gone, right?
Hmm. If he orchestrated this, he might be trying to keep a pact or something like that, or keep a deal. Hmm.
Someone used to say that he was always trying to buy his way into heaven, which I thought was funny.
Someone was saying that? Who was?
Oh. It's funny. I can't remember who said it.
Oh, that's a good one.
Can't remember who said it. Does it feel like the same? When you try to remember who it is, do you have the same feeling as when you try to remember the third question Jonathan asks?
Yes, almost exactly.
Yeah, then this can't be just you forgetting. It's actually got to be something controlled then. Like Jonathan or someone else doesn't want you to remember.
Perhaps. I don't know. I don't like thinking about Jonathan.
Hmm.
Yeah, just don't like Jonathan.
I don't think anyone liked Jonathan.
Well, from what we're hearing, there's just nothing interesting to talk about him. He was just kind of a oracle, and I guess he took risks. Hmm. Let's take a break or something like that.
You want to call it?
I'm feeling like I want to call it. I'll wait for Mallower to come back.
You've got a lot to think about. I like how you two have went in a completely different direction.
Oh yeah.
You're slowly unraveling the mystery, wrapped in an enigma.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, we were just saying if we wanted to wrap it up or not. Or you want to do your Bart thing. Cause we got a lot to think about right now.
Yeah, it's just, I'm just getting so into asking these questions because I don't ever get to do like investigation things like as detailed as this.
Well, once if we play again, I think would your character still be with my guy, or would he go and be with Group A once they come back?
I mean, let's say Uday would just be hanging out at the tavern, right?
He would be invisibly looking around town, eavesdropping. He wouldn't be like actively investigating people.
Well, let's see. What
If investigating counts as eavesdropping, then maybe, but he wouldn't go as far as like, oh, I'm gonna go talk to this person.
Well, when our characters would be done investigating here, what would Ron be doing? I guess.
Ron actually wanted to do the Q course, right?
Yes, I guess yeah, he would be doing that.
Okay. And then Tunda wanted to try to join the band.
Well, yeah, and
Although you may have competition if Tinder comes along and tries to join the band.
That'll be funny.
That would be funny, and I do like funny things.
see. So, was the Q course be taking place in the barracks?
Yeah, it just takes place where fucking Bernadette and Wally are.
Okay. So Ron probably wouldn't be meeting up with the group anytime soon unless they just happen to come here.
Which they probably will eventually. So, you can park yourself here. You will be safe in the ranger barracks.
Yeah.
And Uday will be safe because he turns invisible and fucks off.
Yeah. He eats trash and tries to beg for food and stuff.
Yeah. Although, like, we can't just stop our investigation right here because we may have gotten like a lot of information, but we've only talked to like a third of the people in this area.
In all fairness, you weren't there that last time. A lot of us went and talked to other people. We went to we talked to Malice. We talked to some people at the carnival, and we went to Belmont Estate.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of information. A lot of information that you don't know currently that other team has been working on.
Which means that when you do link back together, you'll be able to share and compare notes, like a real investigation team would, which actually feels really cool.
Yeah, but I probably would still ask the people here, because then when I write it down, when we compare notes, we can see which one seems different from what each people has been told.
Any contradictions, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, I can tell you that the colonel and the first sergeant, their primary focus is keeping the Rangers intact. Okay. They don't really give a shit about anyone else. And I think it's Corporal Wally and Sergeant Bernadette. Their main focus is actually training. It was the privates that were going to tell you the most because of the private news network, which is kind of the joke. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, but one of the...
And you already spoke to both of them, so...
Yeah. Well, that just leaves like any more questions with Meryl and Malice.
Hold on. Ron, I need you to roll me a 20. Just a flat 20.
Oh?
Yes. Let me look at my notes real quick.
You cast fireball on yourself.
No, nothing that nefarious. Never mind, this is pretty nefarious. Okay, Meryl reaches into her pocket, and then she places a small golden cube in front of you.
Is it wondrous?
No.
Oh, okay.
It appears to be a puzzle.
Oh.
Perhaps this will help you out.
Where did you find this?
Ichabod gave it to me the night before he died. You two seem like you're getting really close to something. Now, I'm not much of an investigator, so I wanted to make sure that this gets into the right hands. It's some kind of puzzle box. I don't know what will happen if you solve it, but
Can you describe to me what exactly this puzzle box looks like?
think of a Rubik's Cube, but instead think that it's incredibly intricate metal design.
Okay.
And it
So
seems
it's
to
that-
have
it's that,
lines all over it.
That's what
Okay.
all over it?
Lines all over it, and it looks like if, as you twist it and turn it and press on it, that if you could get the lines to just be symmetrical and perfect all the way around, that looks like that would be the solution.
Is this the freaking Treasure Planet ball?
That's what I was gonna say.
No,
it's a ball.
not-
It's a cube and a ball.
It's a cube.
Interesting. Do you want to take this round, or do you want me to take it?
Well, let's see. Actually, I
You
want to
get-
I want to take a crack at it right now.
If you want to try to solve it, what is your greatest proficiency?
My greatest proficiency? It's a tie between survival and animal handling.
Okay, I definitely wouldn't say either of those apply, but if you wanted to try and brute force it, maybe athletics. If you wanted to try to solve it as an investigator, to try and investigate the lines and how they should link up, you could roll investigation.
Can I intimidate it?
You can try.
Intimid. You know what? I'm gonna let Yude try do that just to see what will happen.
Okay, Mr. Cube, if you don't open up right this second, I'm gonna cry and you're gonna look like a piece of shit.
Roll intimidation.
You don't want to see me when I'm sad. Ah, damn, it's a 15.
Curiously, you actually feel the box move. You feel it quiver. And from the inside, you can hear, "You'll have to try harder than that."
So, can only Yude hear this?
Yes, only Yude can hear it.
I say it didn't work.
Nothing happened?
I don't think I could tell.
It's like, well, it just whispered to you, though.
You don't know that.
No, like, yeah, but wouldn't you say something about it?
I would say it didn't work.
Okay, well, let's see.
It speaks, but it didn't work.
Let's see. Let me check my stuff real quick. Okay, I'm gonna cast guidance on myself real quick.
Uh-oh, he's serious.
Okay, and let's see. I have my investigation is a 3 and my athletics is a 4.
I mean, whichever one you want to use, feel free. And don't forget, you do also have that D4 that you can stack.
Yeah. So let's see. I don't want to seem like I'm a musclehead though, so I'm gonna use investigation.
Okay.
So let's see. Ooh.
Are you going to add?
Add
Oh,
the D4,
don't forget your
yeah.
guidance.
You just add that, whatever.
Yeah, your guidance.
Let's see.
Okay. And then are you going to add the bless?
Yes.
25 is exactly what you needed.
Jesus, what is
Yes!
this thing?
Rond,
Yes.
as you solve the puzzle box, it opens. A meat hook flies out of it,
Oh.
wraps around your neck, and pulls you inside of it.
Oh my god.
And that is where we will end the session tonight!
Oh my god! You did this in the middle of the ranger field! Or ranger thing. Uh-oh.
Well.
I-
Um.
Oh well, I hardly knew ye.
Well, that's
Something tells me none of you have ever watched Hellraiser.
I don't know what that is.
Well, you knew what Bring Me to Life was, and you kind of chastised me saying that of course I knew what this was. I figured everyone would realize that I was going with a horror theme to include horror movies, and would
That is about to be
not
fun to
try to
try.
solve a puzzle box in a horror theme.
No, it looks like you're gonna.
Well, it looks like
I don't know what's gonna happen. Have you ever seen Hellraiser? You can't get out of this thing. It's just very hard.
It is pretty hard,
If
but
my character's a level 2, I don't know if he's actually gonna get
It should
out.
be level 3. Actually, I don't know if it's 3 or not.
not yet. You'll be 3 now.
Yeah.
I'll give you the greatest advantage that you could have. Yeah, go for it. You're level 3 now, and maybe research what Pinhead is.
Pinhead.
Yeah, research what Pinhead is and stuff.
Wait. Oh,
my
wait,
next question to this bitch
Pinhead.
is
I've
where did
seen-
she get this thing?
Oh, Pinhead. I've seen this character.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's from Hellraiser.
Is there a name for the villains in that movie? The demons are-
Cenobites.
Yes, Cenobites.
I wasn't trying to chastise you, just I knew about the song from like the internet memes. I didn't know anything else though about like Hellraisers or whatever.
Well, what about the? It's just gonna be screaming this. It's gonna be the ring. I was actually tempted to ask about the well, but I'll wait for it.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh yeah, you know what's up then. You can
Yeah.
say it. You can say it.
Yeah.
I
There's
mean,
a fucking
I mean, we
a
did.
dead
we did,
bitch in that well.
we did hear about
You
the.
think there's a
weapon.
dead bitch in the well?
Look, we
Is that
know
the whole point of the ring? There was like a.
Oh
video
yeah, the ring.
yeah,
Yes,
like,
there you go.
Yeah, like I knew it was the ring when I heard about the well.
Yeah, it all started to connect. I was like, all right, Cecil. Which one of these horror movie villains would kill 3 families, or at least 2 of them?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Perhaps you'll keep
It's just Michael Myers.
investigating and
It's just
figure it
Michael
out.
Myers running around with a fucking kitchen knife.
So I would assume that whatever it is I have to deal with in the cube, it will be in another solo session.
Yes, I would not put anyone else through that. It is going to be purely you
Okay.
suffering until you can get out.
Well, at least I have the backup character.
That's right, you do.
You do.
But he's gonna be less of an investigator, though.
Well, it be like that sometimes.
Hey, where'd that guy Ron go? And no one's around to view it because Uday's invisible.
Uday is fucking terrified at this point. Holy
Well,
shit!
No, well, it's weird. He gets sad about good things and kind of okay about bad things.
Like, so I'm assuming like everyone in the barrack just saw this, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And now Meryl's like, oh, thank goodness I didn't solve that.
All right.
Yeah, at least I
interesting.
still have 1 DM inspiration to help me out.
We'll get another one next time.
Like Hellraiser, you'll just be. Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't wait for Scream to show up.
What? But but like if Ron just like perishes, at least Uday will have his notes since he investigated with Ron.
Would I?
I mean, we've
We've been taking notes simultaneously, so.
yeah. And like I wrote everything in that investigation journal thing, so you can just
Yeah.
use that.
All you gotta do is get out of the cube.
Get out of the cube. Good
Level
luck.
25, you can get out of a cube.
It's like, yeah. Hopefully I can just talk my way out, because there's no way I'm gonna be able to fight whatever's in there.
We'll see. Until next
Make a
time.
deal with somebody.
Oh yeah, become a warlock. Yeah, no problem. Everyone likes to make deals. What? Until next time. Night night.